Give and go at the blue line. Coyle again. Back to Ahak, walking down the left wing circle. Spinning off the boards, trying to draw a crowd. Now he'll take a slap pass. They score in front. Nolan Welsh on the power play gets the deflected shot in, and it's 1-0 Prince George. He's got it top of the right circle. Poisson walks to the middle. Shot blocked by Taylor. Diving for it was Laddie. Couldn't clear the puck. Welsh ties up with Taylor. Puck loose to Poisson. He's got a man sneaking in the back. Opts to feed the line for Coyle. Back to Poisson, top of the right circle. He'll feed it back across to Causey. He'll hold. Feeds one back across to Poisson. One-timer scores. Ben Poisson. A perfect shot. And the power play is 2 for 3. And it's 2-0 Spruce Kings. Feeds Lansdale in behind the net. Tried to leave it for Wooding. Knocked away. Wooding will take it back along the near side. Stops up in the left circle. Walks in with a shot. He scores! The scramble draw. Williamson wins it free. Comes to Young. He'll send it down the wall. 50 seconds left. Williamson to Young. Center point off a stick. Judson couldn't hold the line, and Patrick Causey, he's got an empty net, and he hits it. The Prince George Spruce Kings, for the first time in franchise history, are Fred Page Cup champions. It was not an easy road. They go 16-1. The Vipers gave them a huge scare at the end. As Ben Poisson right now accepting the Fred Page Cup with Commissioner Chris Hebb. So the Spruce Kings are BCHL champions. They would go into Wenatchee. The Vipers, that is, have a 3-0 lead. Saw that lead disappear, win game 1 in overtime. They'd get shut out in game 2, and then they'd come back and run the table 7-2, 3-0, and then a big win in game 5 to punch their ticket to the Fred Page Cup for the first time since 2013-14.
Bordello waits. Picked up again. Look at this kid go. Was that any good? good! They score! What a goal!
The Prince George Fruit Kings, for the first time in franchise history, are Fred Page Cup champions.
The Brooks Bandits are the AJHL champions. They sweep the Spruce Grove.
For Brooks, fed up the left wing, and Plessy carries in, tipped ahead, ties it in on a partial breakaway. He's hooked on the way. There'll be a penalty coming up. This carries in partial 3-on-2. Hernandez drops it off right circle, one-timer by Bass, right on, rebound, Gravel put it in front. He takes it away, Campbell put it up to the left point. Koolman fires it off a stick, and it just trickles wide right of the net. Wide right, comes to fighting in the right wing corner. Centers it, right circle shot, pad save, Charleston, big rebound shot, scores! They wave it off! It's waved off immediately! Charleston was down on the ice. Not sure if the net was off or what the call's going to be, but it was a... Orley gets there first. In by Koolman. Saints still get it in front. Wide open fight and shoots off a body and just wide left of the band. Right point, TJ Lloyd shoots to a screen. Pad save. Big rebound in front. And Lucas steers it away to the far wall. Power plays in this game. He had feet comes in front. Lee missed it, but then it comes to Scanlon firing through a crowd. It's off a body. Loose for Scanlon again, but he had a... Overskated it though, but then Byro picks it up left circle, fed it across, Lloyd wide open to shoot, and he just missed the net wide left. Dropping it off, left half wall to Byro to Peckford, left corner, centered, and it's deflected wide left by Lair. For the carry in by Gainey, fed across, it's off the skate of Soretsky at the far circle. That allows Harrison to put it up the middle, and Boyko's got a breakaway, in on goal, he slashed, still got a shot away, and it goes out of Davis and wide point. Harker now mid-blue line, Babichuk evades Plessy and shoots it, and it's saved by Charleston through a screen. Came right point for Lucas to keep it in. Got it mid-blue line Scanlon, now left side LeMay. Fed it side of the net, Gravel put it through the crease, and it's off the skate of Lucas. Loose in front, Bandits score! Lucas at the front of the net once again was there, but it was Jake Lee who got the stick on it from between the hash marks with a wide open Saints net in front of him. He flips it into a yawning cage, and the Bandits open the scoring in Game 4.
And that's a great play by Andrew Lucas, who that hard...
Bass right point, got it down low to Hernandez, right corner, centering pass, and Gravel's hooked down to the ice, penalty coming up, Lund shoots off a stick, and just wide right of the net, it actually went off the glove of Davis. Game 2. Back in Game 1, they were outshot 7-3. It's Babichuk is hammered hard by Gravel into the right corner boards, and Borlai jumps Gravel and starts punching him with his bare fists. There was no penalty on the hit by Gravel, and this should be an ejection and a major power play after Borlai attacks Simon Gravel. Babichuk was completely fine after the hit in the corner by Gravel. There was no call on that hit. Borlai has gone from the game, and he should be putting his team down for a minimum 5 minutes here if this is called correctly. Put it to the slot, off a stick, loose for Campbell. He's tied up by the stick of Seth Fighton. Corner, Saints take possession, turn and put it across left point to Lloyd. Shooting off a stick, loose at the back door, and the Saints couldn't get a shot on goal. And a poke check by Vachon got it down to the Saints zone. He'll outrace 2 defenders to get to it, left circle and shoot off the glove of Davis. Tice carries in one-on-one to the slot. Tice fires it wide right of the net. In behind the net, Logan Gainey's there to cut right corner. Centering pass, one-timer. What a save by Charleston as he robs Peckford. Hickey up the left wing with 13 seconds. Put it off the stick of Mitchell and in deep of the Bandit zone with 10 seconds to go. Charleston fires it up the near side with 8 seconds to go. Cleared all the way down by the Bandits toward the empty net. Scores! The Bandits score on the empty net, and they're about to win their 5th AJHL championship. It's 2-0 here in Spruce Grove as the feed came from all the way back in the Bandit end, and William LeMay jumps into his bench and gets congratulated by his entire team. The Bandits are on the precipice of the AJHL championship. It was dramatic to the final seconds, but now the final face-off is upcoming here with 3.6 seconds showing on the clock, and the Bandits will get set to celebrate once that puck is down. But it's pretty much a whole full team effort tonight. Puck is down, the clock counts down, the buzzer goes, the Bandits win, and they're AJHL champions yet again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 AJHL Cup champions, the Brooks Bandits.
Face-off is set, and we are a go. With the championship on the line, and we'll see a Junior A national champion.
Regular season, and here tonight, they are the top dogs in Canada. The Portage Terriers win the RBC Cup on home ice.
Final seconds ticking down. The Chilliwack Chiefs, our hometown heroes once more.
It's left and it's cleared out. The Brooks Bandits have stolen Alberta's hearts and broken the hearts of Summerside as they are the 2013 RBC Cup champions.
Joining us in the Brick and Brooks pregame show is the head coach of the Prince George Spurs Kings, Adam Maglio. Adam, welcome to Brooks. Welcome to the Doyle Cup. Looking back at the playoffs in the BCHL and your team able to go 16-1 is pretty special, and then to cap it off with the championship, even more special. How excited was the team to get that notch off their belt?
Yeah, I think the players, the whole organization, it was our first one in PG in the BCHL, so it was exciting, and I thought our guys earned it and deserved it. So it was, I think, even more exciting for our staff watching our players, really embrace kind of the winning and the deserving of it, to be honest.
Going 16-1 is quite remarkable. What led to this team to be so successful?
Just consistency. I think we reset every night, every game, and didn't focus on where the series was at. Just focused on the next game at hand. And I know that's cliche, but our guys really did do a good job with that, the mental part of a playoff grind. And I thought that was impressive, watching these young guys, because sometimes it's easy to get away from that, but they just stuck to it and stuck to our game plan, game in and game out.
How much did last year's final against Wenatchee help energize some of your returning players?
Yeah, and we were one of the youngest teams last year, so I think it was really good that we got to that point last year as a young team, and then this year we're a more veteran team, and when you get that close, you get pretty hungry the next year when you have that many returning guys. So
when you look at this series now, knowing that the Doyle Cup, yes, you get to win a banner, but regardless of who wins this, you're going to be in Brooks in a couple weeks. Yeah. Does that change the way you approach this series?
Not really. I think, we want to, it's pride, right? It's BCHL versus the AJHL. So I think our guys are going to embrace that challenge. And, again, it's another cup for our organization too that we don't have. So we'd like to bring it back to PG and the BCHL.
You've probably watched tons of video now on the Bandits. So what's your assessment of the team you're about to face?
Yeah, good team. They play well as a team, but also have skill up front, and D are pretty mobile. I like their team, actually. It was. I think it's going to be a good series here. I like their team.
Finally, Adam, we do know one thing's for certain. You'll get a chance to maybe win a trophy on home ice this year with this Doyle Cup. Yeah. How special do you think that will be for the community of Prince George when we head there?
Yeah, really special. We've had great support. When Brooks comes, I think they're going to see our support. I know they have great support here too, so it'll be a good or a well-supported series both ways.
Appreciate your time, Coach, and welcome to Brooks.
Yeah, thank you.
rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, Christy Mitchell. We're set to go for Game 1 of the Doyle Cup. Bandits and Spruce Kings, the league champions, meeting here in Brooks. Starting lineup is brought to you by Benchmark Assessment Consultants, committed to the delivery of fair and equitable assessments. Nathan Plessy, the captain, will begin this game with Jake Tice and Matt Hancock at center, Scanlon and Lucas, the defenseman, Pierce Charlson, the starting goaltenders. Scratch for Brooks tonight: Ethan Barwick, Carter Wolski, Ethan Lund, Tyler Bates, Andronic Armstrong, Taylor McCarr, Bobby Harrison, Wyatt Villalta. Nick Hale back in the lineup after missing 9 games. Has not played since Game 1 of the South Final. Scratch for Prince George: Tyler Schleppe, Spencer Denbesti, Craig McDonald, Liam Watson, Braun, Finn Williams in as an affiliate wearing number 22. Colin Watt, Colin Stefanik are your referees for Game 1 of the Doyle Cup, which is now underway. Puck is down. Bandits defending to our left in their white jerseys, blue numbers and red trim. The Spruce Kings moving up their right wing with a quick shot is Dustin Mans, and a kick save by Charlson boots it out to the near side. Now to center ice. Dumped in by the Spruce Kings. Bandits wearing their white jerseys for the first time at home this season. They wore their navies all year. Scanlon back to retrieve the puck in their own end, up the left wing for Ryan Mashey, wearing the full bubble tonight. To Christie, who backhands it into the Prince George end. Back to get it, Anhorn. The only Albertan on this Prince George roster. He hails from Calgary. Spruce Kings, they bring it up the left wing. Ahak, stud defenseman, sends it behind the Bandit net, committed to Ohio State. Comes over to the far right point. A shot. It's Karanen. His shot on net. Charlson the save. Lee, the rebound, comes out to Poisson, and he buries it. A scrambly play there for the Bandits. Charlson out of position. Prince George scoring 59 seconds into the hockey game on a puck that Charlson's unable to cover, Ken Fleury, and the Spruce Kings out to a lead.
Karen makes a great play as he throws it back to a wide open Poisson, who has no one on him and a wide open net to shoot at. So the Spruce Kings come out, have a great start here as they come out with a lot of energy, get the opening goal, and have 3 shots in this hockey game.
Ben Poisson, main commit, draws first blood. 1-0 Prince George here. They come in on a 2-on-1 carry into the net. The save Charlson on the shot from Van Roboys. Here's the call.
And number 24, Nicholas Poisson. The time of the goal, 59 seconds.
And we also have our first penalties of the game coming up. And it's going to be a power play for Brooks. A roughing call against the Spruce Kings.
Yeah, Van Roboys basically went face-to-face with Coolemans and gave him a little head tap there. So in front of the net, that's going to be called roughing with 18:51 left in this first period. And the Bandits will go on the power play. On their heels a bit is a great start by the Spruce Kings to take a 1-0 lead here very early.
It's brought to you by Smith Group, committed to community. Bandits power play, 21% through these playoffs. 3 for 18 in the league final versus Spruce Grove. Lee behind the Prince George net. Back to the left point for LeMay. Mid blue line for Scanlon. Holds it with his skate. Goes right circle for Lucas. Left circle for LeMay, who can't hang on to it. The AJHL scoring champion from the regular season. Back to the right point. Lucas lets a drive go that goes off a shin pad wide left. Back to the left point for Scanlon. Held. Goes for the half wall to LeMay. Back to Scanlon. Lets a clapper go from the mid blue line. Sails over the Prince George net. Comes near side for Andrew Lucas. The Virginia native will sweep it behind the PG net. Losing an edge is William LeMay, and the Spruce Kings will take it out to center ice. Moving it in is Dustin Mans, number 9 for the Spruce Kings. Gets it deep and heads off for a line change.
Bandits have good puck possession, but unable to get anything on net here. Still 1:05 left in the power play.
Bandits 3 times in these playoffs allowed the first goal. Came up empty in those 3, so trying to change things here. Down 1-0 early in Game 1 of the Doyle Cup on their first power play. Christie leaves up the right wing for Boyko, sends it behind the Prince George net. 3 Bandit forwards deep. PG on the clear, good keep in by Bast. Back on the mid blue line for Christie. His pass broken up by the stick and carried out by Ahak of the Spruce Kings. Brings up the right wing. Ben Poisson, the goal scorer. He shoots from the right circle. Save Pierce Charlson. He'll hang on for a whistle-stopping play. Ben Poisson, he's the captain of the Spruce Kings. 21 points in these playoffs and 3rd on Prince George in goals.
And you can see they'll push the pace. They get that opportunity as Ahak stacks up with the puck and throws it to Poisson, puts a good shot on net. It's a team that can really move, and looks to be an exciting matchup here between these 2 good hockey clubs.
Bandits win the draw. Bast moves up through center ice to Christie. Christie leaves near side for Simon Boyko, the Mississauga, Ontario native. Back left point for Luke Bast. 20 seconds to go on the Smith Group power play. Mid blue line for Christie. Still has it. Number 15 for Brooks shifts over to the left side. He'll leave in the far corner for Simon Boyko. Goes back right point. Bast on the one-timer. It's blocked by the Spruce Kings, who immediately clear it into the crowd. That was Max Coyle of the Spruce Kings who blocked it, but then immediately shot it into the audience. So the face-off coming inside the Prince George end. 6 seconds to go on the Smith Group power play.
The Bandits have had decent puck possession, but unable to get any shots through, and we see a good block there by Coyle. So far it's been all Prince George to start this hockey game, but just getting going here in this Doyle Cup. 6 seconds left in the power play.
Those watching for free on YouTube or on Hockey TV saw that puck came awfully close to the camera, but it looks like it missed. As the Spruce Kings kill it off, they dump it into the Bandits zone. Luke Bass back to get the Bandits 0 for 1 on the Smith Group power play. Up the left wing, Ryan Massey didn't play in Game 4 of the league final. Sends it into the near corner of the Spruce Kings zone. Boyko has it behind the goal line. Back for the blue line, right side for Lucas. Sweeps it mid blue line for Scanlon. Wrist shot off the end boards. Plus he can't get there in time to the bottom of the left circle where the puck was sitting. Prince George will skate it the other way. And turned over at the blue line, moving it out, was Finn Williams, Michigan commit. Williams lays a body on Hancock. Solid though is Hancock. He doesn't get pushed over. He lays a check near side on Boken. It's a turnover. Tice has it bottom of the right circle. Jake Tice for Brooks, trying to move it back to the left point. He's tangled up on the half wall though by Williams. Comes to Plessy, top of the left circle. The captain trying to drive to the Prince George net. Goes off a body. Neaton the save. And it comes near side for Lucas. We'll get to your starting goaltenders in a second. Action continuing down in the near corner. It's Jake Tice for Brooks. He bowls over a Spruce King. That was Finn Williams. Spruce Kings, though, get it out to the neutral zone. Corson Coolmans has it. And that's the matchup to watch tonight. Finn Williams and Corson Coolmans, 2 young players. 03 borns, as Coolmans will bring it out to center ice. He's got 2 goals in these playoffs. Brings it into the Prince George end. Leaves left circle for Simon Gravel. His pass off a Prince George skate. Comes back to Coolmans. Shoots off Ahak. And out of play as we get a whistle stopping the clock with 15:20 to go in the first period. 1-0 for the Spruce Kings. Tonight's starting goaltenders are brought to you by Top Gun Well Services, providing environmental reclamation to the oil and gas industry. Pierce Charlson, 12-3 in these playoffs. Goals against of 211 and a save percentage of .907 with 3 shutouts. He was excellent in the league final, which Ryan Papuano mentioned in his pregame interview. Logan Neaton, Michigan native, in the Prince George net. He went 16-1 in the playoffs. Both goaltenders have started all the games for their respective club in these playoffs. Gravel has it off the draw in the right circle. Fans on a pass, and Prince George gets it out to neutral. 5 minutes into the hockey game, Ben Poisson has the Spruce Kings up 1-0. LeMay has it in the right circle, driving to the net, lost his mouth guard. Recovered in the near corner by Hernandez. Now behind the net for LeMay, puts it in front, a no-look pass, and it's broken up by Ahak. And Prince George in their blue jerseys with red numbers and white trim, similar to the New York Rangers style, dump it into the Bandit zone. Gravel on the forecheck. Knocks it loose to the near corner for Randy Hernandez, number 20 for Brooks. Puck is frozen. It rolls over to Gravel on the near side. Out to the left point. Anhorn has it. He moves over right side. Boken a drive right into the glove of Pierce Charlson, who will hang on for a whistle. 5 minutes and 36 seconds in, and a 1-0 Prince George lead. So early returns here, Ken Fleury. What are you seeing?
Bandits have had a lot of puck possession, but have not been able to get any shots through. As you can see, the Spruce Kings really like to clog it up in front of the net and create their offense from out of net front. You know, very early going, 14:24 here left. The Spruce Kings had that early jump, but I think we'll see it settle in a little bit here.
Bandits just swept Spruce Grove in the league final, and I keep wanting to say Spruce Grove, but it's the Spruce Kings that are in town as the Bandits win the draw on their own end, but then ice the puck, so we'll redo that face-off next to Pierce Charlson. Boy, did Prince George have an unbelievable BCHL playoff run this year. Against Coquitlam in the first round, that was actually the longest series they had. 5 games that took to beat the Express, and then they sweep Chilliwack, Victoria, and Vernon. All great teams.
You know, and there's a lot of parity. No one ran away with the BCHL this year. It really looked coming into the playoffs that it could be 5 or 6 teams that could take this. These guys were certainly the favorites, Chilliwack and a couple others. So, you know, a little different season there this year.
Bandits chase the puck down in the Spruce Kings end. Back to Boyko, right point. He'll shoot it wide left. DeSico can't hold at the left point. He was in a battle with Lee. So the Bandits have to regroup at their own blue line. Bast up the near side for Boyko. And he chips it into the Prince George end. Ben Poisson back to get it. He's got the game's only goal. Tyler Campbell gets a dangerous hit there from Karanen of the Spruce Kings, and the referee's arm immediately goes up. So another power play coming up for Brooks here. Harrison back mid blue line for DeSico. Extra attacker on, it's Christie. Right point held by Luke Bast. Delayed call coming up against the Spruce Kings, who finally touch. And it's going to be a boarding call against Prince George with 13:29 to go in the first. The Bandits trailing 1-0, Ken. Didn't come up with a goal in their first power play, but they have another chance here.
They do, and you know, they had good puck possession, but were able to get it through as Karanen takes the boarding call as he comes right into the numbers of Tyler Campbell. Unfortunately for Campbell, he's okay because he was a distance from the boards and went in pretty hard.
Bandits power play brought to you by Smith Group. The PG penalty kill, 39 for 48 in these playoffs, just over 81%, as they were around that in the regular season. And the Spruce Kings win the draw and send it down the ice. Pierce Charlson will leave behind the net. Bandits power play, 5 for 23 in that South final. And then 3 for 18 in the league final. In a series that featured 2 of the best penalty kills in the league. And the Bandits penalty kill, which we'll get to later if they're on one. Magnificent in that league final. Mid blue line, Christie has it in the attacking zone. Left circle for Simon Boyko. Wrist shot misses completely, but stays in play near side for Ryan Maschy. Maschy into the near corner, out of the reach of Vachon. Comes over to the far side. A pinching Christie gets to it. It's chopped off Mans, and reaching for it is Maschy, and getting a glove in his face that time was Ben Brar of the Spruce Kings, and Maschy falls over, and a hand pass is called here. The face-off will, I think, come outside the Prince George end as we are 44 seconds into this Bandit power play.
Bandits have had puck possession, but not a shot yet, and the Spruce Kings doing a really good job of making him move the puck, putting good puck pressure on the puck carrier. So the Bandits are going to have to find a way to adjust, either to put pucks through and simplify things, or just win those one-on-one battles.
Shots on goal are brought to you by Markin Machining, custom design, rebuilds, and fabrications. Shots are 5-0 for the Spruce Kings, who lead 1-0, but Brooks is on a power play here. LeMay in the far corner. After he catches up to the dump-in, he'll leave behind the goal line for Gravel. Back to LeMay on the half wall. The Quebec native back to the left point for DeSico. Backhands it to LeMay. On the forehand to Gravel. Parked in front of the net, turns and fires, but a good stick there from Coyle, who knocks it into the far corner. Gravel tries to chase after it, gets it back. Good work on the forecheck by Gravel. He'll leave for LeMay. Left point for DeSico. Wines goes left circle on the fake to LeMay. Cross ice to Scanlon, but a good stick there from the Spruce Kings, as Welsh will skate it out to center ice, and he's got a breakaway. Welsh moves in, shot, save Charlson. Somehow, Welsh was able to squeeze through 3 Bandit defenders and get a clear breakaway, but Pierce Charlson keeping this a 1-0 game. 13 seconds to go in the Smith Group power play. Bandits have given up one shorthanded goal in these playoffs. Gravel gets it deep, near side for Kazi, and he'll lift it down the ice, and that will do it. Prince George is 2 for 2 on the penalty kill tonight with 11:25 to go in this opening period of the Doyle Cup. It's 1-0 for the Spruce Kings.
Great PK, two full PKs for the Spruce Kings, not giving up a shot in either one.
Nick Hale falls over trying to retrieve the puck in the far corner, but great to see number 3 back in the lineup. And here come the Bandits. Arno Vachon, he picks up speed up the left wing, gets around the defender, but he's tied up and lost the puck. It's loose now behind the goal line for Ryan Maschie. Maschie trying to dig it out on the end boards. The Spruce Kings can't clear. Held right point for Kuhlmans. He shoots, save by Neaton. That's the first save the Prince George goaltender has had to make, and the first shot of the game is for Kuhlmans. PG carries it the other way. Christie lays the body on the PG forward, who gets tangled up afterwards with a linesman. That was Ben Brar. Scratch that, make that Vanro boys. Getting used to all these new players, Ken, that
names we've never had to say.
But we'll definitely get used to them, of course, in the Doyle Cup, and we know PG will be here for the National Junior A Championship. Nick Hale recovers the puck behind his own net and leaves it near side for Mac Hancock as we are approaching the midway point of this first period. Ben Poisson has the game's only goal. PG leads 1-0. Puck frozen on the near boards of the Bandit zone. Dug out by Nick Hale. He'll leave behind the net for Corson Kuhlmans. Up the left wing for Tice. Got it out to neutral, but Coyle knocks it right back into the Bandit zone. And the linesman is going to say that was offside. 9:54 to go in the first period. We step aside. This is Martin Chrysler Brooks Bandits playoff hockey on Real Country 105.7. And leading 1-0.
And killing 2 penalties in that process. So doing a great start for the road team so far.
Spruce Kings clear it into the Bandit zone off the draw. Gravel in the near corner will leave behind the net for Brandon Scanlon. AJHL playoff MVP for Scanlon. And he's just been on fire since missing a portion of the beginning of the regular season. Missed about 20 games. 18 points in the month of February. 2 Defensive Player of the Week awards from the league in that month. And then a playoff MVP trophy to go along with it now. Here come the Spruce Kings entering the Bandit zone. Chongmin Lee on the far side, checked by Bast. It's loose in the far corner for Jake Lee of the Bandits, who plays behind the net to Andrew Lucas. Lucas, he led all D-men in the playoffs in the AJHL in points with 13, 4 goals, 9 assists. He waits behind his own net and will leave up the left wing for Lee. The stretch pass too far ahead. Comes back to the Spruce Kings blue line to head to Ben Poisson. He'll leave for his brother Nick, who moves into the left circle. A quick snapshot, gloved and held by Pierce Charlson, who will hang on for a whistle with 8:47 to go in the first period. And we heard a lot about these Poisson brothers. Of course, we already know Ben because he has a goal in this game. His brother Nick, though, coming in and getting a good shot as well. And both hailing from Vancouver. A lot of this PG roster coming from the lower mainland. They do have some PG players, though, on the team. Van Roe boys will take the face-off against Lee in the Brooks end. They tie each other up. Boyko collects the loose puck, skates behind his own net. He'll backhand it out to neutral for Luke Bass. It doesn't get there. Van Roboys gets it for Prince George. Here they come on a 3-on-2 attack. Glove save. Pierce Charleston on a shot from Corey Cunningham. He's one of the PG natives on this Spruce Grove team, and we'll have another face-off in the Bandit end. And, you know, we heard from both coaches about the teams needing to feel each other out here in this first period, Ken. What needs to change here for Brooks, though?
Well, you can see there how strong the Prince George Spruce Kings are in neutral ice as they just tip that puck forward and all of a sudden create an odd man opportunity. So they're going to be very predatory in neutral, so you can't afford to give it up and be slow through neutral ice against this hockey club.
Spruce Kings have it off the offensive zone draw. Lose it behind the Bandit net for Lee, who will lift it not out. Van Royboys able to glove it, but it's knocked out to neutral by Tyler Campbell of the Bandits. Boken will shoot it back into the Bandit end. Charleston leaves in the near corner for Luke Bast. North Dakota commit will send behind the net for DeSico. DeSico up to Mashi up the left wing. Bandits exiting the zone, having some troubles here as Coolmans gets it back at his blue line. Ahead to Mashi. Has possession for Brooks. Back to Coolmans at his own blue line. Not a lot of room, so he'll go near side for Ryan Mashi. 34 goals in the regular season for Ryan Mashi, 5 in the playoffs. Gets it in deep to the PG zone. Mans back to get it, can't clear. It's held up the left point by Christie. Leaves for Nick Hale. Nick Hale to the right point for Coolmans. Steps into the right circle. On the back door is Christie, who's hauled down by Mans, which is going to draw a penalty against Prince George. Open net that time for Ray Christie, who couldn't get the tap in, but he does draw another Prince George penalty for the third time in this first period, Ken. The Bandits head on the Smith Group power play.
The best chance for the Bandits is Christie's coming in. Coolemans makes a great play as he beats this player one-on-one, throws it across, and Ray Christie gets pulled down, and no doubt that's going to be called every time, but that's what I would call a good penalty because he's got to tap in if he's not pulled down there.
Lucas Van Roboys in the box for the hook. Third power play for Brooks. It's brought to you by Smith Group. Neutral zone for LeMay. Leaves near side for Andrew Lucas. Centering pass goes over the head of Campbell. Recovered by Anhorn of the Spruce Kings. Coyle will take the pass and knock it off the glass down the ice. Scanlon will go back to get it. Brandon Scanlon, 11 points in these playoffs. Nebraska-Omaha commit. Near side for Jake Lee. He'll shoot it around the boards. Far side for Will LeMay. Left point for Scanlon. Leaves in the far corner for Tyler Campbell, Winnipeg native. On the far half wall for LeMay. 40 seconds gone in the power play. LeMay back to Scanlon looking for the slap shot. Goes to the right circle for Lucas. Pass behind him though. Shoots it behind the Prince George net. Lee held up. Gets it left circle for LeMay. LeMay goal line for Lee. And tries to pass in front to Campbell. But the Prince George Spruce Kings really good with the active sticks to break up these Bandit passes. And they force Brooks back in their own end.
Yeah, they're not having to move a whole bunch. They're just staying static in the Bandits. They need to pull them out of that box that they're in.
50 seconds to go on the power play. Christie hits the brakes, crossing the blue line, leaves left point for Luke Bast. Bandits with just one shot on net in this period. Leaves left circle for a Boyko shot. Saved by Neaton. He got the left toe out in time, and then he's able to fall on the puck and hang on for a whistle. And despite this being the third Bandit power play, not a lot of action so far for Logan Neaton. The Michigan native in net for Prince George, just his second save he's had to make on a nice sneaky shot there from Simon Boyko.
It hasn't been, and the Bandits are having a tough time going tape to tape. They're not real smooth on their power play. They're possessing the puck well, but they got to find the opportunity, good passes to get those one-timers off.
Vachon on the draw, wins it back, right point for Bast. Near side for Ray Christie, and he goes for the one-timer left circle for Boyko, who fans on it. 28 seconds left on the power play. Vachon digs it out left point for Luke Bast. Near side for Ray Christie. Minnesota native steps in right circle, trying to find Boyko in the other circle, but another stick by the Spruce Kings to break up the pass. It's recovered though. Boyko goes back to the left point for Christie. 13 seconds on the man advantage. Boyko back to the right point. Bass goes to the right circle for Ryan Mashi. Number 14, goal line for Vachon. Turns, fires, save. Neaton in tight was Vachon that time. And the Spruce Kings goaltender hangs on for a whistle. The power play not over for Brooks. They have an offensive zone faceoff coming up. 4 seconds on the man advantage.
Just not much going on. A lot of passing, but the Spruce Kings having a relatively easy time defending, good active sticks, taking the lanes away. Bandits might just have to hammer a few pucks in and see if they can get some shots and bang away at him, the old traditional playoff type of scoring.
Right idea, though, from Vachon to try and get this goaltender moving on that shot from the goal line. Hancock waved out of the face-off circle, so Nathan Plessy to take it. Wins it near side for Jake Tice. Right point for Coolmans. Penalty is over to the Spruce Kings. Coolman shoots on net, save Neaton. It was Plessy looking for the rebound that time. And the Spruce Kings goaltender will hang on. So Prince George is 3 for 3 on the penalty kill so far in this game. 5:28 to go in the first period, and Ben Poisson has the game's only goal. It's 1-0 for the visitors from PG.
Real good on the PK, and the Bandits haven't been able to play at the pace that they like to in the power play, and you can attribute that to good penalty killing as well. So a real good start here for the Spruce Kings.
Tyson Boken are tied up off the face-off, comes over far side, held in by Plessy, throws to Hancock. He'll just throw it at the net. It's gloved and held by the goaltender Neaton. And we'll do another face-off down in the Prince George end. The Spruce Kings, first ever BCHL championship, so congratulations, of course, to them on winning the Fred Page Cup. They become the first community-owned team to win the championship, which I thought was a really neat statistic, and the first time that Prince George won the championship. Last year they were in the league final, but ended up losing to Wenatchee, and we heard Adam Maglio talk about in the pregame what that experience did for that young team last year and how it's helped them this year. Face-off one, back to Scanlon, shot, save, Neaton, rebound there for Tice, but he shoots it right back into Neaton, who will cover up for a whistle. But the Bandits starting to get the offense going and the shots that time. A nice face-off win to Brandon Scanlon.
And that has been one thing. The Bandits have won the majority of the face-offs, and that's really important. You know, in these tight games, a lot of goals they're either going to come off a turnover in neutral, off the rush, or off a face-off. So the draw is so important in this series.
Hancock. That time, Prince George wins it in their own end. Brar has it on the near side. Ben Brar, Merrimack commit, out to center ice for Ahak, who's tied up by Hancock, comes near side for Tice. Knocks it off the near boards. It spins ahead to the captain, Nathan Plessy, number 11, skates it in. He's got some speed. He'll take it right to the net, save Neaton, as Plessy shot in tight, and the puck was loose there in the paint, but Plessy couldn't find it. Now out at center ice, it's picked up by William LeMay. LeMay carries in on a 2-on-2. He shoots wide right from the left circle, and it's going to roll all the way out to neutral. Corson Coolmans knocks it back into the PG end. Ahak back to get it. Leighton Ahak from North Vancouver, as we mentioned, Ohio State commit, ranked 62nd overall in the final scouting rankings for the upcoming NHL draft amongst North American skaters. Of course, Luke Bast of the Bandits also on that list, as Hernandez will carry the other way for Brooks through neutral. Knocked off his stick near corner. The Florida native has it for Brooks, tied up by Anhorn. Hernandez stays with the puck though, skates behind the PG net. Knocked free back on the goal line for Gravel. He'll leave for William LeMay. Right point held by Coolmans. Coolmans, his shot is blocked by Nick Poisson, and the Spruce Kings will take it the other way on a 2-on-2. Lee carries in up the right wing, shot blockered away by Charlson. Comes far side for Hernandez, poked out to neutral by Gravel. Comes back to the Spruce Kings at their own blue line. Karanin has it, bobbled it, but recovered and got it out to the center line. He can't move it into the Bandit zone as it was right clogged up on the near side. PG will try that zone entry one more time. Van Roboys up the right wing, taken to the boards by Tyler Campbell, but they get it behind the Brooks net. Luke Bast has possession though for the Bandits. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the opening period. 1-0 for the Spruce Kings. Lifted out to center ice. Ahak has it for the Spruce Kings. Ahead to Cunningham. Corey Cunningham moves into the left circle. He lost it. It comes back to Ahak at the left point. Ahak checked by Boyko on the near side. Loose puck for Jake Lee. Gets it out to neutral, but lost it. Welsh recovers for Prince George. He'll skate it the other way. Stick handling to the outside. Shot, save Charleston. Oh, he didn't realize that he wasn't hanging on to it. It goes behind him in the paint, then off the post, and he's able to recover, and a bit of a gasp here from the crowd in that section who saw that loose puck, but Charleston able to recover and get a face-off in the Brooks zone.
Yeah, really weird bounce there for Pierce Charleston. He plays with the blocker, and I think he catches it with the inside of the blocker, and very fortunately for him, it doesn't end up in the back of the net, but has good presence to recover and make that save, because the Bandits can't afford to give another one up right now. They would really like to get the next one here with trailing by 1 with 2:48 left in this first period.
Vachon wins the draw for Ray Christie. Behind his own net, he'll leave for Vachon, who's going to take it up the left wing. Centering pass for DeSico, not ready for it. DeSico will backhand it into the Prince George end. Karenin back to get it for the Spruce Kings, and he is going to ice the puck here with 2.5 minutes to play in the first period, and a face-off coming up in the Prince George end.
That's been a real positive for the Bandits. They've won, I would say, 75% of the draws in this hockey game. They win one there in their own zone. They're able to come out, create some pressure, get the icing. So with 2:31 left, the shot's 10-6 in favor of Prince George. The score 1-0 on the very early Poisson goal.
Lee on the face-off. PG, though, wins it to Brar. Ahead on a 2-on-2 carry in for the Spruce Kings. Kazi's tripped up by Scanlon. Takes it behind the Bandit net. And cleared out to neutral. Almost thought we might see a Bandit penalty there, but play continues. Remember, Brooks has had 3 power plays in this period, so they have to be careful here as PG will be looking for a call. At the center line, Lucas will slap it into the Spruce Kings end. Hancock on the far side. Fans on his pass. Nick Poisson gets it out to center ice from Chong Min Lee, who takes it up the right wing, hits the brakes, and then checked by Plessy. He'll throw it near side. The Spruce Kings, Nick Poisson has it. He's tied up by Nick Hale. It's going to roll on the dasher in the Bandit zone to Plessy. Good no-look pass to Kuhlmans. Recovered by Nick Hale. The North Carolina native, playing in his first game since game 1 of the South Final versus Okotoks, where he took that dangerous hit from Mark Pasemko. It's great to see Nick Hale back in the lineup for sure, as Welsh brings it up the left wing for PG. Tice loses his stick trying to check Welsh. Ahak will take it in from the point and leave it behind the Brooks net. Van Roboys tied up by Luke Bass. It's come loose, though, behind the net for the Spruce Kings. Welsh in tight on the net to Van Roboys. It's poked away by Charleston and then out to center ice with just over a minute to go in this opening period. The Spruce Kings out shooting Brooks 10-6 and leading 1-0. As you hear Wayne Egan, the announcer, announce the final 60 seconds of the period. Cunningham knocks it on the Bandit net. It's gloved by Pierce Charleston. Will hang on for a whistle with 54 seconds left in the period. How about Pierce Charleston, Ken? We heard Ryan Papuano talk about his play in that league final. He singled him out in his strong play, only giving up 5 goals in those 4 games against the Saints.
He was very solid. You know, the Saints had a good lineup, guys that create offense and strong guys that could go to the net and create that space. And he not only made good stops, but physically he was able to battle for the puck in front of his own net, and that's really important for a goaltender. Bandits
on the faceoff in the defensive zone. They had it, but Brar takes it away. He's shoved over by Scanlon, and we get a whistle. And face-off coming up in the Brooks end. The referee didn't really make a gesture there. Did it go out of play? I think it must have hit the netting behind the Bandit net, so off Scanlon, I'm guessing. So we'll redo the face-off to Charleston. Gravel will take it and wins it cleanly into the near corner. And I guess that's the one thing the Bandits can draw from this period, Ken, was the face-offs have been very good for Brooks. But they're trailing by a goal here with 35 seconds to go. Karenin will lift it back into the Brooks zone. Brandon Scanlon back to collect the puck. He'll leave on the end boards for Andrew Lucas, puts it in front. Gravel can't hang on to it. Bandits will exit the zone, though. LeMay ahead for Randy Hernandez, who can't catch up. Thought he was offside. Anhorn in his own corner. And it's poked near side by the Spruce Kings, out to center ice. 13 seconds left in the period. Bass has to get back and play this. Near side for Gravel. Hernandez calling for it. Gravel skates in front of him and then takes it behind the PG net. Puts it in front for LeMay. It doesn't get there as the Spruce Kings clear it out to neutral, and that will do it. Opening 20 minutes of the Doyle Cup comes to a close, and Ben Poisson has the game's only goal. It came 59 seconds in, 1-0 for the Prince George Spruce Kings after one period of play, out shooting Brooks 11-6 as these two teams got to get used to each other, Ken. They're going to be playing a best-of-7 series, and then we do know they'll meet in the round robin of the National Junior A Championship. So I guess a feeler in this first period.
I really liked how the Spruce Kings played. I think they executed well. They were calm and very collected, moved the puck around nicely. The Bandits, on the other hand, that's good on the face-offs, but overskated 3 or 4 pucks. Passing wasn't tape to tape, so the Bandits just weren't really fluid in that period. But, you know, to me it appears it's going to be a great matchup. Both these clubs have great speed. The defense jump in. They've got good goaltending, so it's looking to be real good. So as a feel-out period, I think the Spruce Kings definitely execute better, but the Bandits did some really good things as well. So good period. The Bandits trailing 1-0 here.
And the Spruce Kings penalty kill was excellent in that opening 20, killing all 3 of their penalties. Brooks hasn't taken a penalty yet, and they trail 1-0 after the first period here at the CRA. Coming up in our first intermission, it's brought to you by
Spruce Kings, for the first time in franchise history, are Fred Page Cup champions.
The Brooks Bandits are the AJHL champions. They sweep the Spruce Grove.
on a 2-on-1. Peckford cross ice. Gainey back to Peckford, shoots. He scores. Charleston can't get over in time. The Spruce Grove Saints have tied this one up 1-1. 11:25 to go in the second period. Mind you, a line like that, they're not just out there to score goals. Massey shoots, scores! Power play goal, Ryan Massey makes it 2-1 Brooks. Lots of passing, Ken, but it pays off. Here come the Saints. Layer on a 3-on-2 carrying with Gainey. He shoots, he scores. Logan Gainey has just cut into the Bandit lead. It's now 3-2 Brooks. Plessy to take it, wins in the near corner. The Brooks Bandits are going to hang on and take game one. 3-2 is the final.
Opening faceoff is set, and we are a go. With the championship on the line, and we'll see a Junior A national champion.
Season. And here tonight, they are the top dogs in Canada. The Portage Terriers win the RBC Cup on home ice.
Chilliwack Chiefs, our hometown heroes once more.
It's left and is cleared out. The Brooks Bandits have stolen Alberta's hearts and broken the hearts of Summerside as they are the 2013 RBC Cup champions.
I was a bit lost. I couldn't find a job. I just didn't have the right skills for what was available. So I just drove by and thought I would go in and check it out. They got me signed up for school the next day. It was hard but easy at the same time, you know. They made it easier for me. I've always struggled in school, so I was quite nervous about that, but they really helped me through. I would definitely recommend Cypress College. It has changed my life.
Recollect and jam it out to the blue, kept in by Nashon. He'll barrel into the right circle. Shoots, he scores! Puts it back to the right corner for Vachon, 18 seconds. Vachon right circle. Scores!
I'm Arnaud Vachon. I come from Ajax, Ontario, and I wear number 10.
In the breeze, Josh Reese, Dave Chevrier. Vachon moves into the left circle. He shoots. He scores. We got a cheeseburger goal.
At the end of last year, I just kind of want to change my game a bit, just be more relaxed with the puck and control it more coming in the zone instead of chipping it by people, just controlling it, making better plays. And in the summer, I worked on that on the ice, and it's been working out this year too. I think it's just how I use it. Before I came here, it was a lot of wrist shots, and after my first year, talking with Pap, he says I should shoot off the pass more, and that's what I've been doing. It's been going in more, so thankful for that. Yeah, it's obvious that there's a lot of talent with our group looking at our stats this year, but there's a lot of similarities between my first year and the year we have this year, the team we have. A lot of chemistry, guys are great guys off the ice, and it's a fun team to be around. I have to give a lot of credit to my line, playing with Ryan Maschie and Ray Christie. Playing with them, it's unreal. Ray and Mash find me anywhere, and we make great plays together, and I owe a lot of my points to them too. Yeah, with the leadership group, we talked about it during our last year at the end, just saying how we have to help out the new guys coming in, but their transition coming to this league was really fast, and it showed on the ice, just losing 3 games and the depth that we had this year. Before coming to Brooks, I played at the Hill Academy for 2 years, and I was lucky enough to have great coaches there and lucky enough to put up good points, and I got scouted by one of the Bandit scouts, and Colgate, which is the school I'm committed to, is talked to Pap, and he gave me a shout. And I came to visit here when they were playing in the playoffs, and I just saw the atmosphere and the way they play fast and they control the puck, and just all the systems they had, it really intrigued me, and I decided to come here, and I don't regret it at all. I feel like every year from year 1 to now, you sort of appreciate everything that this organization has, like the fans, like they've been amazing. They have our backs all the time. And just the new people that you get to meet. But just for myself, maturing from year 1 to year 2, you just do stuff on the ice, being more confident, and that pays out. Colgate talked to my prep coaches about me, but not directly to me when I was playing prep at the Hill Academy. And we had a pretty good relationship my first year, and then just right before the playoffs during the bye, they offered me, and I thought that was the best option for me. I have a really good relationship with all the coaches there, and just the organization and their systems and stuff I think will suit me very well. And yeah, I'm really excited to go there next year. But like you said, focus on playoffs first. But it's gonna be fun next year. Playing D1 was my dream for a while now, and it's gonna be real fun. I think we should have to take it one step at a time, just embrace it, and just live in the moment, and just play our game, let teams adapt to us, not us adapt to them, and just have fun. Like it's a fun time, we're playing hockey, play a sport we love, and it's gonna be fun, and that's what we have to do.
RBC believes in the power of communities and the individuals who live in them. Through RBC's support of the Alberta Junior Hockey League and the RBC Community Ambassador Team, we're helping young athletes play the game they love while making a difference and giving back to the community.
Jonathan Taves, Marty St. Louis, Chris Kunitz, and Patrick Sharp. They all did it.
Wow!
In fact, 20% of all Canadians in the NHL did it.
What a shot!
Play college hockey.
Gets it, scores!
NCAA hockey.
That's hockey, baby!
Very Canadian. Learn more at collegehockeyinc.com.
Doesn't get any better than that.
My name is Corson Coolmans. I'm from Beaumont, Alberta, and I played for the Okanagan Hockey Academy in Edmonton. I like to consider myself a responsible two-way defenseman. You know, I like to bring offensive flair, you know, get the game going, use my speed and my vision to create plays in offense. Well, I'm committed to the University of Wisconsin, so about halfway through the season I was introduced to college hockey and sort of the atmosphere around that. So I went down and I visited there in probably say late July, and you know, I loved it there. The arena's great, the campus is great, the people are great. You know, they have a great history there of winning, and their alumni is fantastic. I think it's like the smarter route, because you get your education while you play hockey, and the atmosphere is just amazing in the rink. You know, when you're on campus, everybody knows you. You're always you're kind of like a celebrity there, so it's awesome. Camp is, it's tough, you know, because a lot of older players are a lot stronger, they're a lot bigger, they're a lot faster. So you really got to adjust your style of play. You know, you can't always be more physical because they're going to beat you in the physical part, so you got to be smarter than them. And then first AJ game was unbelievable. Pace was fast, you know, everybody's strong, everybody's fast, you know, people are on you quick, you got to make decisions really fast, so it's awesome. I really want to work on my defensive game, like in the D zone, because I tend to struggle sometimes because I'm always looking for offense. So, you know, just winning battles, getting stronger, getting bigger, you know, being able to compete with those older guys next year.
A shot. It's Karen, and his shot on net. Charleston the save. Lee, the rebound comes out to plus. Action continuing down in the near corner. It's Jake Tice for Brooks. He bowls over a Spruce. Seco backhands it to LeMay. On the forehand to Gravel, parked in front of the net, turns and skated out to center ice, and he's got a breakaway. Welsh moves in, shot, save, Charleston. The end boards, the Spruce Kings can't clear, held, right point for Coolmans. He shoots, save is for Coolmans. PG carries it the other way. Christie lays the body on the Spruce Kings blue line to head to Ben Poisson. He'll leave for his brother Nick, who moves into the left circle. A quick snap shot on net in this period. Leaves left circle for a Boyko shot. Saved by Neaton. He spins ahead to the captain, Nathan Plessy, number 11. Skates it in. He's got some speed. He'll take it right to the net. A shot. Chongmin Lee and Nicholas Poisson, Ben's brother. So that's the game's only goal. It comes just 59 seconds into the Doyle Cup. Spruce Kings at one point were out shooting Brooks 8-1. Bandits did get 3 power plays, but went 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Final shots in the period were 11-6 in favor of the Spruce Kings. 1-0 is the score after the first. Ben Poisson with the game's only goal. That is your scoring summary from the first period, brought to you once again by Nalco Champion. We'll take a breather when we return. Second period action live from the CRA in Brooks. This is Martin Chrysler Brooks Bandits playoff hockey on Real Country 105.7.
For the first time in franchise history, are Fred Page Cup champions.
The Brooks Bandits are the AJHL champions. They sweep the Spruce Grove.
Opening face-off is set, and we are a go. With the championship on the line, and we'll see a Junior A national champion.
Season. And here tonight, they are the top dogs in Canada. The Portage Terriers win the RBC Cup on home ice.
Final seconds ticking down. The Chilliwack Chiefs, our hometown heroes once more.
It's left and it's cleared out. The Brooks Bandits have stolen Alberta's hearts and broken the hearts of Summerside as they are the 2013 RBC Cup champions.
They really don't. They're very structured in their own end and very committed to shot blocks, staying in position. The Bandits are going to have to make a move, and they're going to have to be a little more physical with them. I didn't think the Bandits had the physicality they needed to in the first period.
Lucas will carry in off the face-off, up the left wing, tipped off a stick behind the PG net. Ryan Massey has it, wearing the full bubble cage in this game. Back left point for Scanlon. Leaves right point for Lucas, who will shoot it behind the PG net. Massey has it for Brooks. Number 14 dishes out, right point for Lucas. Loads up and then fakes to his right for Massey. Massey shoots, tipped off a PG stick. And how many times have we said that so far in this game as the Spruce Kings have possession in their own end? Coyle has it. He'll shoot it around near side and out to center ice. Scanlon had Causey tied up, but it's cleared into the Brooks zone. Nick Hale back to get it. And he'll reset behind his own net, waiting for the forwards to set up. 1-0 Prince George early in period 2. Near side for Hancock, goes off his skate, recovered by the Spruce Kings. Turn it over in neutral to Nick Hale. He'll force it back into the PG end. Ahak lifts it off the glass. It goes off a player into the Bandit bench. It's going to be a face-off outside the PG zone. Just the second time, Ken Fleury, in 16 playoff games for the Bandits where they begin the second period trailing. So a bit of uncharted territory for them.
Other than the first couple minutes, I thought they were pretty good. They had the power plays, they had the opportunity, but they just got to push the pace a little bit here, and especially the physicality piece of it.
Spruce Kings come up with it off the draw and pinball it into the Brooks end. Back to get it, Corson Kuhlmans, the Wisconsin commit. 2 goals in these playoffs, both coming in Game 3 of the league final. Sensational goals up at the Grant Fuhr Arena. Ahead to Plessy in neutral. He'll back up to his blue line to Kuhlmans. Up the left wing for Hancock, tips it into the PG zone. And that's the goaltender Logan Neaton for the Spruce Kings. Can't clear it out. It's in the near corner for Mac Hancock. Kingston native chops it behind the PG net, comes far corner for Jake Tice, number 19 for the Bandits. Back for DeSico at the right point. Or on the half wall rather for LeMay. He turns and fires, it's blocked by PG. Comes left circle for LeMay. Turns, he shoots, it's blocked by Ben Poisson, the PG goal scorer. And then it's rolled down the ice by the Spruce Kings. That is icing against PG. So 2 minutes into the second period, Ken, good pressure by the Bandits, but they need to get more at the goaltender Logan Neaton.
They really do, and they're going to have to find a way to get PG to come out of that defensive shell. They play in front of their net, and they do it so well. They move in a group. they're always facing the puck. The puck never gets behind them. And a team like this, to score goals on them, you got to get pucks behind them. You got to make them open it up a little bit. But a good start for the Bandits, having some good zone play.
LeMay on the draw, back right point for Bass, tipped wide right by LeMay. It was tied up by Ahak, and he won't roll it past Bast at the right point, but LeMay forces it out to neutral, so the Bandits have to back up. Randy Hernandez has it for Brooks. Near side for DeSico, tipped ahead to Gravel up the left wing. Ahak back to get it, the lone defenseman for PG. Turned it over to LeMay, scoring champion from the regular season and from the playoffs in the AJHL. DeSico fires left point, it's blocked by the Spruce Kings. Welsh will take it up the right wing and chop it wide left of the Bandit net. DeSico on the far side, puck rolling on its side. It's tied up by Cunningham of the Spruce Kings. Comes to Walsh, he turns, he fires. Van Rowe, boys! He shoots wide left of the Bandit net. Puck just found number 28 for PG. And a dangerous chance there, but it missed. Comes near side, Cunningham can't hold on to it. Hernandez will move it down the PG ice. 3 minutes into the second period, still 1-0 for the Spruce Kings. Heads up as that puck is cleared off a PG stick into the crowd. Shots still 11-6 for Prince George. No shot yet in this period by either team. Some offensive zone time for the Bandits, Ken, but nothing on net.
Yeah, and not much offensive zone time, but PG's not having to move a bunch in their own end. They're keeping it out to the perimeter, and the Bandits got to find a way to draw them a little bit, but good zone time. And in the second period, of course, with that long change, if you can sustain some pressure, you might get some opportunity on tired guys.
Face-off win for Brooks. Boyko will shoot it into the Spruce Kings end. Back to get it. Jake Lee moves out to the high slot. His shot is blocked by Mans. That stung him a bit. He can't clear it, though. Mid-blue line for Lee. Lost it, and Mans will move it out. That was actually Karanen who blocked it for Prince George. Mans is on the ice, though, up the right wing. He'll leave behind the Bandit net. It's loose for Lucas. Can't move it out. Comes back. Left point for Coyle. Steps in. A shot wide right. Looking for the tip in by Mans. It rolls behind the Brooks net for Jake Lee. Lee with 10 points in these playoffs. 8 of them coming in that first round series versus the Canmore Eagles. First round for the Bandits. It was actually the second round of the AJHL playoffs for the BCHL listeners. Of course, the Bandits did not play in the first round. If you finish first in your division in the AJHL, you get a bye through that first round. An icing call here against Brooks nearly 4 minutes into this second period, and Pierce Charlson looks on as the faceoff's coming to his right.
And for those listening in from BC, the Alberta Junior Hockey League, the first round, the 2 top teams get a bye, but they are only 5-game series, so they're a little quicker than going to 7 in the first round.
Bandits needed 5 games to beat Canmore, and then the South Final versus Okotoks went 6. League Final versus Spruce Grove, a 4-game sweep, but they were all tightly contested games. Bandits win the draw. They lift the puck out, trying to move it in is Campbell, but he's offside, touching the puck, so the faceoff will be just outside the Spruce Kings end. Of course, Prince George, they didn't finish first in their division. There's 3 divisions in the BCHL. Chilliwack was the top team in the mainland division and overall, and PG swept them in that second round series.
And that was the thing, the parity. The Chilliwack Chiefs had 84 points. The Prince George Spruce Kings 82, the top 2 teams in the regular season, so no dominant team in the BCHL this year.
Spruce Kings, the offensive zone win. Ahak shoots wide right. Maschie collects it behind his net for Nick Hale. They've left far side for Christie, but he turns it over to Williams, who can't hang on to it. Comes out to center, where it's shot in by Anhorn. Calgary native leaves it behind the net. Corson Kuhlmans has it for Brooks. Near side for Ryan Maschie. Lifted ahead for Ray Christie on a 2-on-2 carry-in. Christie lost it. Anhorn will chip it back out to center. Williams can't get around Nick Hale. Number 3 takes it away from him at his own blue for Ryan Maschie. He'll move it ahead up the right wing. Knocks into Donaldson, who falls over, hitting Ryan Maschie. The puck in the Prince George end. Cleared down the ice up the right wing. And an icing call against the Spruce Kings. And it's going to take a while to get the Spruce Grove Saints out of my mind, Ken, with the Spruce Kings in town still leading 1-0 nearly 5 minutes in.
It's always a tough task in the playoffs. You move from team to team, and through the first game, it always you spit out a name or a team name that definitely is wrong, especially going from Spruce to Spruce. A lot more trees in Prince George than Spruce Grove, that's for sure.
Bandits win the offensive zone draw. Tice's shot, pad save by Neaton. And Jake Tice with the only shot for the Bandits in this period. Snuck through traffic, and the PG goaltender reads it. It's now in the far corner for Mac Hancock. Left-right point for Bast. He'll roll it behind the PG net. Tice lays a body behind the net on Finn Williams, which the referee is going to call a penalty on. Jake Tice, after he had that great chance there from the high slot, he moves in and the referee says elbows Finn Williams of the Spruce Kings. So Brooks will head on their first arc line construction PK of the night. 5:19 into the second period.
Yeah, Tice goes through and gets up a little high and with the elbow, so he's called. We'll see this Prince George power play for the first time in this series, and they're in really good shape because they've killed 3 in this hockey game, and as you know, often as the case, it starts to go the other way a little bit, so they have a real good chance to pile on here and make this a 2-0 score.
Face off to the left of Charleston. Of course, the Bandits penalty kill, superb in that league final against the Saints, 17 for 17. The Saints failed to score a power play goal, and that really made a huge difference. As Tice is off for elbowing, Bandits on the arc line construction penalty kill. Arc line construction, a division of Tartan, a leader in pipeline construction. Ben Poisson carries into the Bandit zone. He's got the game's lone goal. PG leads 1-0 on their first man advantage. Ahak at the left point. He'll leave for Kazi. Tied up with Scanlon in the far corner. It's knocked free behind the Bandit net. Prince George still has possession. Ben Poisson leaves for Coyle. Mid-blue line shot, tipped wide right. Hits something. I think it was Scanlon who blocked it. Bandits clear it out to neutral, and the Spruce Kings have to tag up. 45 seconds into the arc line construction penalty kill. Kazi centering pass to Walsh. Scanlon got a stick ahead to Lee, who moves in, shoots wide right of the Prince George net. And that great reach of Scanlon paying off there, but Jake Lee misses the net. Coyle steps in. He'll quickly shoot on the Bandit net, gloved and held by Charleston. Face-off coming up in the Brooks end. The Bandits have 3 shorthanded goals in these playoffs, Ken, and Jake Lee had a good look there.
He did, as Scanlon just tips it out, and Lee has a semi-break. Doesn't have a whole bunch of time, and I like his choice there. He gets a shot off and tries to go glove, ends up over the net. But so far, the Bandits penalty kill really good here. A couple long shots by Prince George, and that kind of looks to me what they're going to try and do. Set it up top, get some tips, and get some shots through.
And Horn at the left point moves in. Shot blocked by Mac Hancock. Kept in by Boken at the right point. 45 seconds left on the arc line construction penalty kill. Boken mid-blue line. Slap shot is blocked by Scanlon, and then the Bandits will clear it down the ice.
Yeah, both teams trying to pound pucks through, and it's tough. Both these teams, one thing they both do very well is block pucks, and we've seen good blocks by both clubs on their PK so far.
Vachon, he has a shorthanded goal in these playoffs. He's on the ice now, killing off this penalty. Mans up the right wing for Prince George. Sticked away by Hale near side, where it's tied up along the boards. 15 seconds to go on the Jake Tice elbowing call. Loose puck for Arnaud Vachon. He'll skate it out to neutral. 2 Prince George defenders in front of Vachon. He got around Boken, but lost the puck. But good work by Vachon to tie it up in the near corner. And one of the AJHL's best penalty killers kills that one off. The Bandits 1 for 1 on the arc line construction penalty kill as Tice is out of the box. Spruce Kings out to center ice, intercepted by Nick Hale. Hey, who took it away from Mans. He'll leave near side for Plessy. Lost the puck, but it stays in the attacking zone. Right circle for Simon Gravel. Puck was up on its edge. He shoots it anyways. Saved by Neaton. 12:19 to go in the second period. Still 1-0 for the Spruce Kings. Plessy behind the Spruce Kings net, puts it in front for Christie, misses. Comes out to neutral for Andrew Lucas. Gave it away though. Cunningham for Prince George steps in past the blue line. Sticked away by DeSico into the far corner. Corey Cunningham, the Caribou Cougars alum, playing for his hometown Spruce Kings. Lost it on the half wall. Lucas will flutter it out to center ice. Spruce Kings have it as Chu moves it ahead to Lee. He shoots from the right circle. Stick save, Pierce Charleston. Big rebound, spits out to Ryan Massey. Ray Christie will take it for a skate up the right wing. Quick shot, and the save. Neaton caught him high. The rebound there, and then the Prince George goaltender's helmet comes off. And we get a whistle, and That was a hard shot from Ray Christie, who's known as a passer, Ken, with his 55 assists in the regular season, but he can fire it as well, and we just saw it there.
That's a rocket by Christie, and it's another inch to the left here, and we have a 1-1 hockey game because he had him beat up top, and it just catches the corner of the mask of Neaton. But that all starts with Pierce Charlson, kicks that rebound out high past the forecheckers to create the odd man opportunity the other way. So starts with the goaltender, a real important save for Charlson to kick that back, and then a good stop by Neaton, but it didn't. And I can see Ryan Papuano questioning a little bit because the mask was not off, and it could have been semi-off, but he helped it off. So I don't know what the call would be on that, but it appeared the goaltender took it off himself, so it could have been a delay of game call.
Offensive zone draw here for Plessy, but the Spruce Kings have it. Ray Christie, he missed 2 games of the league final for a suspension, but you can tell with 1 goal in these playoffs, would love to get Brooks first of the Doyle Cup as he chips it into the Prince George end. Ahak back to get it and backhands it into the crowd, so the faceoff will be inside the Prince George end. And Logan Neaton, UMass low commit, in net tonight for the Spruce Kings. He finished the season first in wins for goaltenders, first in goals against, 2 shutouts in these playoffs, a goals against of 146 and a save percentage of 940. And when you're talking about the best goaltenders in the country, Logan Neaton and Pierce Charlson have to be in the discussion here, Ken.
Certainly do, and boy, the team's good in front of him too. Just no second chance, no wide open opportunities for either of these teams so far.
Prince George, they move it up off the faceoff win up the right wing at his own blue line. It's Max Coyle from Tillsonburg, Ontario. Ahak on the far side. It's moved in by Nelson. Make that Welsh of the Spruce Kings. There is no Nelson on the Spruce Kings. Still getting to know our team from BC, making their first trip to the CRA. We do know the Spruce Kings will be here at the National Junior A Championship next month. Donaldson up the right wing, edged out by Bass, but rolls it behind the Bandit net. Wilson has it for Prince George in the far corner. Left point, it's held, comes over to Karanen at the right circle. Bass there to cover. Karanen takes it deep into Brooks territory. The defenseman wearing number 6 still has it for PG behind the Bandit net. Lost it, it rolls over to LeMay. And he'll leave for Gravel, who will try and clear it off the glass. Good hold there by Anhorn to keep it in. Karanen, he'll shoot, stick save, Pierce Charlson. Karanen shooting from the right circle that time. Puck behind the Bandit goal line. Dug out by Gravel. He'll get it far side for LeMay off the glass. Will lift it down the ice, and that will be icing against Brooks. 9:56 to go in the second period, and that tired Bandit line, the Gravel, LeMay, Hernandez line, will have to stay out there for this faceoff.
Tight period again. The shots 3-3. Both teams having a real tough time getting pucks through, and no secondary chances. As we see there that Karanen gets a good shot, but Pierce Charlson doesn't kick it back out front, kicks it right into the corner. So both these goaltenders making it real tough to get opportunities, but the Bandits only with 9 shots in this hockey game so far.
They win the draw on their own end, and Hernandez will skate it up the left wing, backhanding into the PG zone, and a needed line change for Brooks. Spruce Kings start out of their own end. It's Ahak up the near side. Boxed out, though, by Lee and Campbell. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Scanlon battling with Causey on the far side. Loose puck in the Brooks end. Who's got it? Andrew Lucas had it for a second. It's knocked away, though, and recovered by Brandon Scanlon. He'll leave near side for Jake Lee. Takes it for a skate up the left wing with Boyko. Just stays on side. Lee shoots from the left circle. Save Neaton, who will hang on for a whistle. We'll step aside with 9:20 to go in the second period. Still 1-0 PG on Martin Chrysler. Brooks Bandits playoff hockey on Real Country 105.7. three. Scanlon shoots from the left point. Pad save by Neaton, who will cover up the loose puck. Face-off coming up in the PG zone, and it seems the plan right now, Ken, keep getting it back to Scanlon. He's getting the shots through, but so far none have beat Logan Neaton. Just 11 shots so far in the game for Brooks.
And it's real tough to anticipate whether that rebound's going to be kicked out or it's going to sit there. So it's tough for the forwards on those plays. Whether do you go right to the goaltender or do you hang out a little high?
Face off to the right of the PG netminder. Left circle for Campbell. The shot blocked by Ahak. And he was double teamed trying to clear it out, and he won't. Near corner for Simon Boyko. Boyko left circle for Lee. It's knocked into the near corner. The cycle continues here for Brooks. Lee trying to drive in front to the net, shooting from the goal line. It's poked away. Campbell in front for Boyko. Stick was lifted. Scramble for the puck in front of the PG net. It's loose, and Ben Poisson will skate it out for the Spruce Kings. He has the game's only goal. Out to neutral. He'll leave near side for Lee. Quick shot on net. And Charleston moves over to make a glove save and hang on for a whistle with the face-off coming up in the Brooks zone. And that line, Boyko and Lee, really trying to, start things up with the cycle there down in the PGN, Ken, but unable to really get any good shots off on Neaton.
They couldn't get shots, but they got pucks out front, and they were able to kind of penetrate in the perimeter. It's all been exterior for the Bandits so far, so I think that's a really good thing, trying to get net front and just bang away at something. As Jacob Lee and Boyko had a bang at that, but couldn't get anything by the goaltender.
Dartmouth commit Tyler Campbell was the other winger on that line, whose name escaped me for a second there. Campbell in these playoffs with 4 goals and 9 assists. Bandits have the puck at their own blue line. It's Kuhlmans. Works it ahead for Tice. Rolls off Tice's skate. Anhorn down on his knees trying to clear it out. It's in the far corner of the PGN for Kuhlmans. He'll sweep it near side. Hale not pinching in wisely, but then he fell over, and here's a 2-on-1 developing for Prince George. Cunningham, the centering feed, can't get to Van Roboys as Tice was in on the back check to tie him up. But PG still has the puck. It's Cunningham on the far half wall, leaving for Welsh, sticked away by Hancock. Plessy recovers for Brooks with under 8 minutes to play in the second period. Still 1-0 for the Spruce Kings as Kuhlmans will clear it up the left wing, and not enough for icing. So the Bandits get a line change. They gotta hurry though, because here comes Prince George up the right wing. Donaldson, Welsh in all alone. He lost grip of it though as he redirected on net, and Charleston will stick it away. Welsh was the only player in front of the Bandit net that time as he tips it wide left. Out at center ice for Ryan Massey. Bandits trying to get a line change in. Massey has his stick slashed away, lost it, recovered by the Spruce Kings as Williams will leave it up the left wing for Donaldson. 1-on-1 with DeSico. Shot on net, steered away by Charleston. Donaldson will leave it behind the Brooks net for Jordan DeSico. And Ray Christie will slow things down behind the Brooks net. Shots are 14-13 in favor of the Spruce Kings, brought to you by Markin Machining. But 7-5 for the Bandits here in the second period. Massey will carry up the right wing. He'll leave at the left point. Bast moves over to keep it in and will roll it behind the PG net. Anhorn back to get it. Former Calgary Buffalo will leave on the near side for Christie. Christie able to keep it in, but gives it back to the Spruce Kings. Anhorn leaves near side for Wilson. He'll chip it into the Brooks end. Charleston out to play it. PG gets a line change. Scanlon near side for William LeMay. Ahead for Randy Hernandez. Carries in up the left wing. A shot is blocked by the Spruce Kings. That was Coyle. He got it back for PG. Scanlon can't keep it in. It's on a battle for the puck in the neutral zone. Mans nearly steps in offside. It comes back for Andrew Lucas. Has the puck. And the Bandits will set up in their own zone. Lucas skates it ahead to Hernandez. Knocks it up the right wing. Back to get it. Coyle for the Spruce Kings. Recovered by Hernandez. Back right circle for Lucas. Shot tipped wide left. Comes near side for Scanlon. Puck settled down by Causey. He can't clear it out there. Hernandez has it all alone in front for LeMay. Swipes at it. Misses wide left. LeMay, right circle for Lucas. Andrew Lucas still has it for Brooks. He'll shoot it over to the near side for Hernandez, who was tied up. Loose puck for Lee in the left circle. Jake Lee pinching in is Nick Hale. Bottom of the left circle. Shot on a tight angle. Save by Neaton. And it comes into the near corner for Coyle, who ties it up. Good pressure here from Brooks. Nick Hale has it frozen along the boards as Campbell comes off the bench, gets a loose puck, passes back to Nick Hale. It comes high slot for Kuhlmans. Quick shot over the Prince George net. Neaton scrambling to cover it. Comes back, though, to Simon Boyko at the left circle. He'll shoot. Oh, and he whiffed on it. It comes to Brar, who can't knock it off the boards. Kept in by Coolmans. Off balance, though. PG gets it out to neutral. Coolmans will shoot it right back into the Spruce Kings end. And Brooks gets a line change as Lee and Brar go at it in front of the Brooks net. Cooler heads will prevail. Hancock in front to DeSico. The pressure in the offensive zone for Brooks continues. Need a shot, though, as Boyko tied up in the near corner. Coyle has it frozen on the boards. Dug loose. Bast has it with under 5 to play in the second period. Still 1-0 for the Spruce Kings. Hancock back to DeSico. Thought about a slap shot. Hangs on to it. Goes to the half wall for Campbell. Campbell will leave for DeSico. Shot tipped wide left. Boyko has it in the near corner. Number 7 for Brooks. Simon Boyko. Right circle for Plessy. And the pass just off. And Plessy can't make the adjustment. It comes out to center ice. But back to Plessy. It's knocked ahead by Bast. He'll leave for Mac Hancock. Left circle. Hancock to Boyko, whose stick was lifted in front of the Spruce King net. Bandits are buzzing here, but still trail 1-0. As the Spruce Kings, Chongmin Lee will lift it down the ice. That will be an icing call against the Prince George Spruce Kings. A tired PG line will have to stay out there with 4:10 on the clock. Ken Fleury, the Bandits trailing by a goal, but starting to get their offense going here.
Starting and starting to get some pucks through, but as we saw, just 4 or 5 Prince George guys in front of the net. They defend so well there. And the Bandits, you know, it's a process. They haven't played against a team that sits this tightly in front of their net, so they're really trying to move it up and down now.
Bandits win the offensive zone draw. Christie behind the goal line has it. Ray Christie, right point, held by Andrew Lucas. Leaves it in the far corner for Ryan Maschie. Maschie, the RPI commit, behind the net for Christie. Left point for Scanlon. Number 5 will leave for Andrew Lucas at the right point. He'll float it on net into the glove of Logan Neaton, who will cover up, or hang on rather, for a whistle with 3:47 to go here in the second period. Coming up in the second intermission, brought to you by Magnum Inspection. We'll catch up with the play-by-play voice of the Spruce Kings, Kyle Anderson.
3:47 left in this second period. The shots are 9-5 for the Bandits in this period. The only power play has gone to the Spruce Kings, so the Bandits certainly bouncing back here, but just tight defensive struggle here.
Spruce Kings arrived in Brooks yesterday afternoon. Made the long trek, which the Bandits will have to make in the coming days. Vachon enters up the right wing. Quick shot from the point. Misses the Spruce Kings net high. It comes back left point for Coolmans. Can't knock it ahead for Christie, who helps out his D-man, but he can't move it ahead. Spruce Kings back the other way. Boken ahead to Cunningham on a 3-on-2 carry-in. Cunningham, right circle for Welsh. Coolmans will take Welsh, though, into the near corner. It's a loose puck for Nick Hale. He's got to be careful behind his own net with it. He'll leave it near side for Christie. Van Roboys, though, nearly intercepted, but Christie's able to knife it ahead for Vachon on a 2-on-1 carry-in. Vachon shot off the crossbar. He had Christie, or LeMay rather, as an option to pass. Vachon elects to shoot, and I think that hit the crossbar.
Yeah, tries to tuck it up short side. A great play by Vachon. Just no luck there as the puck goes into the crossbar.
LeMay will get it out to neutral for Hernandez. Bandits trying to get a late goal here in the second period. DeSico brings it to the far outside, and now the near corner in the PG end. Left behind the goal line for Gravel. He'll redirect it on the Spruce Kings net. Neaton will wisely cover up here with the Bandits buzzing. And Arno Vachon with the team's best chance. We'll get a replay here at the CRA on the video board of it on that 2-on-1 carry. Vachon, he can shoot it as good as anyone in this league. That time, though, he can't beat the iron.
Yeah, as he comes in and he had the spot too. Just it goes almost post crossbar and out. Vachon comes very close to tying this game. A great shot, and Arno Vachon showing his strength and speed coming down that wall.
Gravel wins the draw, but Kings will get to the loose puck and skate it out to neutral with 2:25 on the clock in the second. Moving in, a shot from Nicholas Poisson. Misses off a Bandit's stick, and it's tipped wide right. Karanen holds in on the near point. He'll leave behind the net for Poisson. Nicholas Poisson, his brother Ben, out there. He's got the game's only goal. It came 59 seconds into the first period. And it's still 1-0 for the Spruce Kings with 2 minutes to go in the second period. Spruce Kings will clear it into the Bandit zone. Both teams get line changes in. Scanlon will leave for Andrew Lucas. Lucas skates through the neutral zone on the right side, and he'll shoot, missing the net. Off the glass, it rolls out to center ice, picked up by Van Roboys. 2-on-2 carry in with Welsh. Welsh tries to sneak it past Lee. Good defensive play, though, by number 18. He knocks it out to center ice for Simon Boyko. Trying to split the D, but he lost the puck. Boyko would have had a clear path to the net. Now it's in neutral for Van Roboys. Carrying in on a 2-on-2. DeSico on him. Van Roboys takes it behind the Bandit net. Number 38 for PG. Back to Anhorn, who can't hold at the right point. It's going to come all the way back into the Spruce Kings end with 1:17 to go in the second. Lee on the forecheck. Anhorn's got to be careful in his own end. He'll leave it near side for Welsh. Nearly picked off in neutral. Welsh checked on the near boards. Centering pass to Cunningham. Gets around Hale. Swatted away by Pierce Charlson. The goaltender receives a cheer here from the crowd at the CRA, who have been silenced so far with no Bandit goals. See if they can get a late one here in the second period. Out of the reach of Jake Lee at center ice. Spruce Kings send it back in as Coyle and Tice collide in neutral. Jake Tice with a big thud there on Coyle. Both head off to the bench. Coyle will stay on, rather, and so will Tice. Neither went to the bench. Don't know what I was watching. Here's Plessy carrying up the left wing. Plessy shoots on net. Stick save by the goaltender, Neaton. It's now loose behind the Prince George net. Coyle recovers it for Prince George. 22 seconds on the clock. He's tied up with Plessy on the end boards. Tice also in there. Puck frozen underneath Coyle. And a bunch of cross checks here from Plessy, Tice, and Anhorn. Make that Ahak and Coyle. And finally, the linesman will separate them on that frozen puck. And a face-off coming up in the Prince George end with 13 seconds to go in the second period. And these teams they're getting acquainted with each other. They know they'll face each other quite a bit over the next month. And you're already starting to see some tensions after the whistle.
You are, but it's so rare to see teams that can be so strong offensively and defensively. They're both on lockdown right now, and no one's getting a chance. And we'll see what the Bandits can do here. Vachon comes close. They had some chances in this period. So a good period for them, even though they haven't come away with anything. Still one more chance here.
Out shooting the Spruce Kings 10-5, but still trailing by a goal. Spruce Kings win the draw. They can't clear. Gravel will turn and fire off a PG stick. It comes near corner for Anhorn. Loose with 2 seconds left. Anhorn skates it behind his own net. Time expires in the second period. A scoreless second period as Ben Poisson, his goal 59 seconds into the hockey game, is the only goal so far in this one. Shots even at 16. 1-0 though for the visiting Prince George Spruce Kings after 40 minutes of play, Ken. And we are seeing two great defensive teams showing why they're great defensive teams. Right now, though, the Bandits have to be happier, though, with that second period compared to the first.
I think they do. The thing has been, they have to find a way to be a little more dynamic offensively. They just simply have not been able to find a way to get into those scoring areas, and they're going to have to figure that out. It's just that simple. So it's a process. They're very close teams. They do a lot of similar things, and it's setting up to be a great series here with 1-0 score at the end of 40 minutes.
So a long way to go here still in game one of the Doyle Cup, but it's been an entertaining one with the shots even at 16, but the Spruce Kings with that 1-0 edge. Coming up in our Magnum Inspection second intermission, I had a chance to talk with Kyle Anderson, the business manager and broadcaster of the Spruce Kings. That chat is next when we return.
The Prince George Spruce Kings, for the first time in franchise history, are Fred Page Cup champions.
The Brooks Bandits are the AJHL champions. They sweep the Spruce Grove.
on one knee. Leaves it left circle for Mashi. Mashi to Christie, shoots, scores! Ray Christie just sneaks it in. Side up the right wing, it's Vachon on a 2-on-1 with Christie. Pass to Christie, scores!
My name is Ray Christie. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, and last year I played for my high school, St. Thomas Academy in Minnesota. Playing in Minnesota is just, it's an unreal, as every kid would dream of, growing up from Pee Wee to Bantams, that you always want to get to the high school level, and going to a school like St. Thomas Academy, it's just a great place to play, and the opportunity to play in the state tournament, which is a huge deal in Minnesota, was a great spot for me and great for my development in my high school career.
Pass put it mid-blue line to Christie. Ray Christie shoots to a screen, scores!
In the fall of my senior year, me and my brother were both getting recruited by Colorado College. Then we went on a visit in November of my senior year, and we just kind of fell in love with the place. And obviously, it's a dream to play hockey with your brother, and just the opportunity that we had to play college hockey with my brother was something that we couldn't turn down. So on our visit, it was just a great place, great school, great area, and just great for hockey too. My college coach kind of reached out to me and said, yeah, if you have an option for next year, we're in touch with Coach Cunningham and Coach Papuano, that Brooks is a great place for you. And then just kind of through my college coaches with Colorado College, they kind of put me in touch with Ryan and the whole Brooks organization. Well, right when you look up Brooks on the internet, it's just not the biggest place, but obviously the hockey pops up. And one thing that popped up was just all their dominance throughout the years. It's kind of the dynasty in the Papuana era that kind of really stood out to me, at least. And also just the guys that they've sent to the next level, which is something that I'm going to do and something that a lot of my teammates are going to do.
In his Bandit debut, ahead to Vachon, the guy that scored it. Up the right wing, hits the break, shooting, scores! Ray Christie right on cue, his first as a Brooks Bandit.
Luckily, I was assigned to live with Nathan Plessy, and he kind of just explained to me all of his tradition, being this being his third year on the Bandits, kind of just explaining all the things that the team does, the teams have done in the past, and what Pap expects for all of his teams to do in the future. Really kind of just showed me how to be a leader, how to work hard, what to expect of practice, of games, of how to handle a loss, to how to handle wins, and just kind of just going from day-to-day things in Brooks that I was really lucky to have him.
Now near side for Ray Christie, AJHL leader in assist. Back to the high slot for Bast, he shoots and he scores!
Luckily, I've always had someone on my line that can score a goal, whether it's one of my teammates growing up or just through high school or even now with Mashi and Vachon. But yeah, I kind of like playing that playmaker role, just kind of setting up someone to get an opportunity to score or setting someone up to put them in an area where they can succeed. It's just kind of a role that I've always loved.
Your rookies of the year are number 15, Ray Christie, and number 30, Pierce Charlson.
With the community in Brooks, you always feel comfortable no matter where you go. You're not scared to go anywhere. You just kind of have a sense of pride being on the Bandits and being a part of it. It's such a great organization. Since coming to Brooks, that I've kind of learned that you always want to get better. So whether that's in the weight room, getting bigger, or being a better hockey player mentally, or being a better teammate even. So it's all about consistency for me, and that's one thing I've learned from Coach and being in Brooks, that you always got to work hard, you always got to give it your best, you always have to be consistent in the things you do. But also, since we all want to get to that Division I level, that once you get to the next level, they even expect more. So it's just kind of showing up and realizing that not everything's going to go your way. You just got to work hard and keep going, and then good things will eventually come your way. Tradition's a big thing in my life, and it's for sure a big thing in Brooks, and that's kind of how we look at it personally for me going into this playoffs, that we had a great regular season. Yeah, that's great, but at the end of the day, you only have to win 4 games to win a series. The playoffs is a whole new beast, so you just got to keep working at it and just kind of taking it day by day and enjoying it, because you're not going to be in junior hockey for the rest of your life.
Before I was in Cypress College, I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't feel challenged enough, and I knew I had the skills, but I didn't know how to implement them so that I could get better jobs with those skills. I was a little intimidated at first, but actually on my first class through the orientation, I felt relaxed. I learned that I have leadership qualities. You know, it gave me self-esteem. I felt worth more than what I thought I was at the beginning. So I would say Cypress College changed my life.
Jonathan Taves, Marty St. Louis, Chris Kunitz, and Patrick Sharp. They all did it.
Wow!
In fact, 20% of all Canadians in the NHL did it.
What a shot!
Play college hockey.
Gets it, scores!
NCAA hockey.
That's hockey, baby!
Very Canadian. Learn more at collegehockeyinc.com.
Doesn't get any better than that.
On 5 seconds on the power play. Out to Christie in the slot. Right circle, Massey shoots. He scores! Ryan Massey, 1-0 Brooks. Ryan Massey just picks the top corner. No one covering him. Number 14 has his 30th goal of the season.
And after more than tripling his points from his rookie campaign, it should be no surprise that your most improved player is number 14, Ryan Massey.
The goal for me was just to be better than I was last year, like just improving every day and developing to the best of my abilities. I think this year I kind of exceeded my expectations a little bit. Playing with Ray and Fash obviously helped out with that, but given the opportunity to play on the power play, it was a big step for me as well. And racking up some power play goals in the beginning of the season was really nice.
Centered by Vachon to Massey. He shoots, he scores! Number 14 with the hat trick.
I just think the consistency from my aspect, like playing every night the exact same way or doing my best to do that, like having like really high highs and trying to keep my low games like at the bar. So I just think like my consistency this year was a lot better, and like my contributions obviously showed that. Being a first-line guy usually, like on my minor hockey teams and my high school team, and then when I came here, obviously it was a little different. I was looked more so as a fourth-line grinder type player, but did my best to contribute. I think it really helped me going through that adversity and just put a new perspective on hockey, and just showed me that I had to work even harder to work my way up the ranks here.
Two-hand slashes Massey, who still has the puck. Harry's back in, cuts left circle and fires, scores!
Nathan Plessy, our captain, he's definitely one of those guys that's developed a lot, and when I like look at our stat lines, they're pretty similar, and like our first years weren't that great, but like we both developed really well, and I think it's good that he stayed for another year and got even better, and I'm happy that he stayed because he's a great captain and great friend. I think my defensive zone has gotten a lot better, like just my coverage, my awareness, everything like that. I just think last year I wasn't exactly defensive oriented, but this year you need to be successful on the defensive end to be successful in the offensive end, and we create great transitions and move the puck really fast. Through my first few years in minor hockey, it was really great. I played with Brandon Scanlon in the Hamilton Reps organization. We were a great team like for 4 years. We pretty much had the exact same team for 4 years, and then I switched over to the Hamilton Junior Bulldogs, and there I was appointed assistant captain in my first year with them, and it was a great experience playing there and with some of the guys I played with there. And I started growing, and my body just kind of took a toll, I guess. I got hurt a lot in my minor midget year, and then I found my way to Ridley College Prep School in St. Catharines, Ontario, and that place kind of like reshaped me, like getting used to my body and allowing me to develop there. And then Coach Ryan came
along and texted me and called this place home for the past 2 years, and it's been a great experience, and I've developed a lot more here than I think I have throughout my entire minor hockey career.
Battles in that left corner, leaves for Massey to cut in behind the net. Trying to dangle out in front. He's got a backhander. He scores! Bandits win! Bandits win! Bandits win! Ryan Massey.
Yeah, so I was actually born in Ottawa, Ontario, but when I was 2, we moved to Buffalo for a year, and my dad's from Syracuse, New York, so I'm a dual citizen. That's why I wear the USA hockey hat and wear it proudly, because I'm both Canadian and American. I first started talking to RPI at the beginning of the year when we played Fort Mac in Fort Mac. Coach Chuck Weber came up to me and we had a brief conversation, and he just kind of stayed in touch with me all year, and then obviously as I continued to succeed on the ice, he grew more interested in me, and the option to go there came up the day before playoffs started, and it was pretty exciting. I gave my parents a call and just made sure that it was all right with them, and then I took that opportunity, and I think it's a really great school academically, and there's a lot of tradition in their program there, and head coach Dave Smith will do a really good job bringing it back to where it was before, and obviously it's an hour and a half, 2 hours from my grandparents that live in Syracuse, New York, so it's kind of nice to have my entire family in the area and able to come watch me play games, and that ECAC conference is pretty close to home, so that also helped. Yeah, as we continue along in the playoffs, I think everybody just wants to win. It doesn't matter obviously to us because we're in it in the end, but I think we just want to win and show everybody that we deserve to be in the RBC no matter what, whether we're hosting or not. I just think we have a lot to prove still.
Of the Spruce Kings. Comes to Walsh. He turns, he fires. Van Rowe, boys! Into the Spruce Kings end. Back to get it. Jake Lee moves out to the high slot. His shot is blocked. Can't get around Nick Hale. Number 3 takes it away from him at his own blue for Ryan Massey.
In Spruce Grove, that's for sure.
Bandits win the offensive zone draw. Tyson's shot, pad save. Ozzy centering pass to Walsh. Scanlon got a stick ahead to Lee, who moves in. Ozzy centering pass to Walsh. Scanlon got a stick ahead to Lee, who moves in. Rebound spits out to Ryan Massey. Ray Christie will take it for a skate up the right wing. Quick shot and a save off the glass. Good hold there by Anhorn to keep it in. Karen in. He'll shoot. Stick save. Crosby with Ken Fleury. Bandits looking for their first goal of this series. Scanlon shoots from the... Settled down by Causey. He can't clear it out there. Hernandez has it. All alone in front for LeMay. Gets a loose puck. Passes back to Nick Hale. It comes high slot for Kuhlman's. Quick shot over the... intercepted. But Christie's able to knife it ahead for Vachon on a 2-on-1 carry. And Vachon shot. Nearly intercepted. But Christie's able to knife it ahead for Vachon on a 2-on-1 carry. And Vachon shot off. Welsh checked on the near boards. Centering pass to Cunningham. Gets around Hale. Swatted away. Time that's happened. So the Bandits more chances in that second period, hoping to solve Logan Neaton, though, who's been great in the Spruce King net, as has Pierce Charleston in the Bandit net. That will do it for the second intermission, brought to you by Magnum Inspection for inspections of downhole tubular products. We'll take a break. When we return, third period action, game 1 of the 2019 Doyle Cup live on Real Country 105.7.
We have one earth. And we are a go with the championship on the line, and we'll see a Junior A national champion.
Season. And here tonight, they are the top dogs in Canada. The Portage Terriers win the RBC Cup on home ice.
Seconds ticking down. The Chilliwack Chiefs are hometown heroes once more.
It's left and it's cleared out. The Brooks Bandits have stolen Alberta's hearts and broken the hearts of Summerside as they are the 2013 RBC Cup champions.
Pass down. Lock up or turn in your prescription drugs. Learn more and find drop-off locations at secureyourmeds.ca.
George up 1-0 on Brooks. The Bandits defending to our left in their white jerseys for the first time this year at home, which is something we're still getting used to. Of course, the Bandits perfect at home in the regular season as the Spruce Kings are going to ice the puck just 12 seconds into this third period. Ben Poisson, in case you're just joining us, scoring 59 seconds into the hockey game, and that's the only goal so far, Ken. But you liked that second period for Brooks.
I did. I thought they wore him down a little bit. They had a ton of zone play. They outshot him by a few. So I thought the Bandits put themselves in a position here in the third. If they can continue to lean on him, maybe they can tie this thing up, and who knows after that.
Spruce Kings come up with it in their own end. Cleared off the glass ahead to Causey. Tied up near the Bandit bench. Loose now. Scanlon's going to have to race back to it, but beating to him it is Causey, number 11 for Prince George. He's tied up by Scanlon in the far corner. Loose puck for Mans. Lost it to Vachon. Arnaud Vachon had the best chance for Brooks so far in this game. He rang one off the crossbar on a 2-on-1 carry-in. It's finally dug off the boards. It was frozen for a second there and lifted down into the Prince George end. Ahak back to get it for the Spruce Kings. Cleared up the near side to Nicholas Poisson, but Kuhlman's got in the way of it. And Anhorn has it in his own end for the Spruce Kings. Behind the net for Leighton Ahak. He will carry it out himself into the neutral zone, number 2 for the Spruce Kings. He can't move it ahead, turned over. Plessy back the other way, trying to get around the defender, Karenin. And he ran into the end boards and ran out of real estate. But it's fired back on net, tipped by Plessy, saved Neaton. It was Tice that took it. Tice seems to be slow over to the Bandit bench, limping a little. Hopefully that's nothing serious as Kuhlman's battles for the puck on the near side of the PG end. The Spruce Kings have no choice but to just lift it down the ice, and that will be icing against Prince George. And Ken, did you see what happened to Jake Tice there as he's looked at by athletic therapist Karen Fanstone?
He kind of, when he went into the Prince George player, his knee, it kind of buckled a bit. Is when you go in and he is in the bent position and straightened it out, but it didn't look like it overextended it. So I think he'll be okay there.
Bandits have it in the attacking zone. Gravel near corner for Hernandez, who misses the PG net from the right circle. The Spruce Kings just get it out past their line. LeMay touches offside. Face-off will be outside the Brooks end.
He didn't touch the puck, though. He waved at it. But
waved at it, says the linesman. He's going to bring the face-off back into the Bandit zone. A minute, 49 seconds into this third period.
And plus, he got a good tip on that long shot and just couldn't get to the rebound. And there again, this Spruce King D does a great job, as I believe it's Karen, and simply does a good job of tying him up and not letting him get to that rebound.
Jay Karenin, who was a teammate at Brighton, Michigan's high school hockey team of Logan Neaton, the goaltender. Bass has the puck, shoots it behind his own net to Randy Hernandez. Number 20 for Brooks, centering pass for DeSico, ahead to LeMay. Tied up by Anhorn, but the Bandits knock it into the Prince George end. Coyle ahead to Walsh. Comes near side for Gravel. Nolan Welsh, number 17 for the Spruce Kings, will bring it up the left wing. Covered by Andrew Lucas. Stops on the half wall. Leaves left point for Coyle. Shoots it wide left of Pierce Charlson. Now in the far corner for Brandon Scanlon. Leaves for Hernandez. Trying to knock it ahead for William LeMay. LeMay with 23 points in these playoffs. But Cunningham takes it away and backhands it on the Bandit net. Sticked away by Charlson. Lucas battles with Van Roboys behind the Bandit net. Loose puck for Randy Hernandez. As we've played nearly 3 minutes of this third period, Bandits trailing by a goal. Hernandez will shoot it into the PG end. Karenin back to get it, out of his reach. Causey will knock it out to neutral. Ben Brar out of his reach as he overskates it. It comes back though to Causey. Waits for his forwards to get onside. Up the left wing, held up by Kuhlmans. Loose puck for Kuhlmans. He knocks it into the near corner. Bandits stuck in their zone. Anhorn has it at the left point. Fakes, and he'll dish it into the near corner. Brar has it. Abbotsford, BC native. Turns it over. Coolmans will take it the other way for the Bandits on a 2-on-2 carry-in with Lee, who chases it down in the far corner. Loose, though, for Anhorn for the Spruce Kings, who lost grip of it. Lee has it for the Bandits. Ahead to Boyko, trying to get in front of the PG net. Out of his reach, though, on the tip-in. And the Spruce Kings will send it back the other way. Not icing. DeSico has to play this as he skates behind his own net. Jordan DeSico up the left wing for Campbell, but Ben Poisson got in the way of it and then nudges Campbell. He will get back on his feet and shoot it into the PG end, and that line will head on for a change. Nearly 4 minutes into the third period. Ahak up the left wing, just out of the reach of the goal scorer, Ben Poisson. The game's only goal came from him early in the first. Puck behind the Bandit net for DeSico. Trying to protect it as he moves it up the near wing for Vachon, who lost it, and Chong Min Lee of the Spruce Kings will send it back into the Brooks zone. Luke Bast will wait with it behind his net. Up the right wing, a good pass to Ryan Massey. Ryan Massey, he's got some room, and he just sails it over the Prince George net. Best look of the night for the 34 goal scorer, Ryan Massey. Puck in neutral for Andrew Lucas. Lucas hangs on to it before shooting it behind the PG net. Boken and Vachon collide with each other in the far corner. Loose for Nathan Plessy. Plessy edged out, loose for Ray Christie. Ray Christie has it, number 15, the Minnesota native for Brooks. Takes it out to the blue line, still has it. That Roboys was covering him. Christie will shoot, save, Neaton, big rebound is there. Plessy can't get to it as he was tied up by Boken. But now the puck on the near side for the captain, Nathan Plessy, salmon arm BC native. Moves into the high slot, the left circle, tapped in by Vachon, and Neaton got a piece of it. Vachon on the backdoor attempt. Boken tied up in the near corner with Jake Tice. Good to see him back on the ice. And Nicholas Poisson will get it out to center ice. A great chance there for Brooks, but just over 5 minutes into the third period, still trailing Prince George 1-0 here in the Doyle Cup, game one. Cunningham will knock it up the left wing into the PGN. Behind the play, Wilson sitting on Lucas's stick, holding up the Bandit defenseman in front of the linesman. Puck comes to Lucas at his own blue. He'll live near side for Jake Tice. Tice, number 19, lost handle of it at the PG blue line. And it's knocked back to the defenseman, Nick Hale. Nick Hale, his first game since March 29th. That was game one of the South Final versus Okotoks. Ahead to Jake Tyson neutral. He'll carry in and shoot. Stick save by Neaton. Near side. Another shot thrown at the PG net. Neaton will steer it away to the far corner where Nick Hale will throw it at the net. It's blocked by the Spruce Kings, who redirect it out to neutral. Bandits with 2 shots in this period, PG with none, but it still remains 1-0 Spruce Kings, with Gravel entering up the right wing. Simon Gravel for the Bandits. Hits the brakes in the near corner. Back to the left point for Bast. Brar got a stick on it, and now Brar will try and take a feed from Welsh, going one-on-one the other way with Gravel. Then Brar taken out on the end boards, lost the puck, and Coolmans recovers it for Brooks. Bass made a nice play to prevent a Brar breakaway on that keep-in as the Bandits ice the puck, but 6 minutes and 46 seconds gone here in the third period, 6 minutes and 46 seconds, Ken, and the Bandits, despite getting some good opportunities here, the Vachon backdoor chance, the best so far of the period. Boys, the PG defense showing why it was so good all season.
They're really collapsing down, but if the Bandits can continue to push them, we'll see. They've caught some guys tired out there and had some chances. We'll see if the Bandits can continue to push that.
Off the face-off, Bass moves it ahead for LeMay, a 2-on-2 carry-in for Brooks, Gravel, and Hernandez. Gravel trying to split the D, but it's poked away by Anhorn. Spruce Kings the other way. And offside are the Spruce Kings carrying in. That was Dustin Manns, the puck carrier, as we are 7 minutes into the third period. 1-0 for Prince George. And how about Cale Makar tonight, Ken Fleury, the Avalanche and Sharks, game one of their series, and Makar with the assist on the Avalanche goal. That game tied 1-1.
Yeah, picking up the assist already for him, and what a phenomenal start. And when we get some time, we'll talk about that a little as well.
Bandits win the draw. Scanlon ahead to Boyko in neutral. Sticked away by the Spruce Kings. Comes near side for Simon Boyko. He'll shoot it into the Prince George end. Boyko, 14 points in 15 playoff games. Left circle, it's left for Campbell. He'll roll it on the PG net. It's covered up by Logan Neaton. And the UMass Lowell commit will hang on for a whistle-stopping play. Tonight's attendance, 1,375. Don't forget, Game 2 of this Doyle Cup goes tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here at the CRA. And possibly a Game 3 on Sunday. We don't know yet. It will only happen if these first two games split.
Have to see what happened here. And the Bandits continue to push as they've outshot the Spruce Kings 7-1 in this period. So they or 7-0, sorry. They've certainly had some chances here, but just can't get any good secondary shots.
They win the O-zone draw, near side for Andrew Lucas. Bandit defenseman will leave in the near corner for Jake Lee, who was held up. The Spruce Kings in their blue jerseys will move it back the other way up the left wing. Scanlon, the first D-man back for Brooks, skates behind his own net with the puck. Good keep away here from Welsh. Near side for Boyko, missed the pass, recovered by Cunningham of the Spruce Kings. Spruce Kings moving in up the right wing. It was number 21, Nick Boken. Shoved off the puck. Welsh recovers in the far corner. He swarmed though. He got it out to the right circle to Cunningham. A backhand try. Save Pierce Charlson. First test of this third period for the Bandit goaltender, and he makes the save. And we'll have a face-off in the Brooks end, as not a lot from the PG offense in this period, Ken, but that time Cunningham able to sneak through.
The Bandits lose that puck battle as Welsh is able to chip it out to Cunningham, and these Spruce Kings react so well. They turn on a dime, they skate well, so you can really see when they do that, they get those opportunities, and Cunningham just comes out of nowhere.
Face off to the left of Pierce Charlson. Vachon to take it. It's won though by the Spruce Kings. Coyle from the right point shoots it off the end boards. It's gloved, and Pierce Charlson will hang on for a whistle. Here's an interesting stat. Pierce Charlson wrapped up each series, Canmore, Okotoks, and Spruce Grove, with a shutout.
Yeah, he's, the young goaltender that came here, it looked like he'd be the guy who was groomed for the job next year, just seized it and put an outstanding season out, and has had a great game here again tonight.
4-0 in Game 5 versus Canmore, 3-0 in Game 6 in Okotoks, and then pitched a 2-0 shutout in Game 4 of the league final up at the Grant Fuhr. And I know they give out a playoff MVP trophy for the league, and Brandon Scanlon won it. If they made a series, a league final MVP, Pierce Charlson definitely would be in contention for that. Scanlon, though, had a great playoff, too. He leaves near side for Ray Christie. Christie will bring it out up the right wing, chopping it into the Prince George end. Nashi, the first forward there, but getting their first A-hack for the Spruce Kings, who will lift it out to neutral. Andrew Lucas, though, able to lift his arm in the air and grab it, but he can't play it. Mans will take it the other way. Dustin Mans behind the Brooks net, still has it for PG. Donaldson calling for it, and he's robbed by Pierce Charlson on the tap-in. Donaldson was the lone forward in front. A great pass by Mans, but Pierce Charlson introduces himself to the Prince George Spruce Kings and keeps that puck out of the net.
Great play by Mans as he wheels around and backhands it across, and Charlson gets over, and it's a good shot. Good wood on it, and ends up going up glove, and Charlson gets over and makes a fantastic save off Donaldson.
Sean Donaldson, a Yukon commit, robbed there by Charlson. Here come the Bandits. And they carry an offside. Tice with Plessy and Hale, says the linesman. 9 minutes and 4 seconds gone in the third period. Still 1-0 for the Prince George Spruce Kings. But that big save from Charlson, Ken, you can see the Bandits trying to use that energy the other way now.
Yeah, it's got to give you some energy, and your goaltender coming through for you. That's one of his biggest stops of the game. Both guys have made 3 or 4, and that's an important one, because you go down 2 and you're in big trouble in this hockey game.
Hancock wins the draw for Brooks. Nick Hale fires it into the PG end. Neaton, the goaltender, out to play it. He'll send it around near side for Nicholas Poisson. He was tied up by Hancock. Comes back to Anhorn in the near corner. Checked. Loose puck for Hancock. Hancock left for Tice. Kuhlman's behind the PG goal line, trying to feed it in front for Plessy. Kuhlman steps out in the left circle. The shot is blocked by Karanen, but the Spruce Kings can't clear it. Nick Hale on the far half wall will saucer it on net. It's gloved and held by Logan Neaton. who will hang on for a whistle. 10:25 to go in the third period. The Bandits haven't been able to get one past Logan Neaton here, Ken, and a team that never was shut out at home this year. Hoping to change that here, but we're almost approaching the midway point of the third.
Midway point, 1-goal hockey game, tons of time here. And, you know, the one thing the Spruce Kings haven't brought really in the last 20 minutes of this hockey game, much for offense at all. So the Bandits here, if they can get that one, they might be able to push the pace a little bit and open it up.
Spruce Kings win the draw. Coyle sends it down the ice. Kuhlmans has to play this behind the Bandit net. Comes over to Van Roboys in the near corner. Bandits out shooting the Spruce Kings 8-2 here in the third. Brought to you by Markin Machining. Battle for the puck. Hernandez has it, lifts it out to center. But Van Roboys will take it back for PG. He steps in offside as Cunningham was ahead of the play. With 9:58 to go in the third period. We'll step aside here in game one of the Doyle Cup. It's still 1-0 for the Spruce Kings on Martin Chrysler Brooks Bandits playoff hockey on Real Country 105.7.
Drive shafts, flywheels. All right, 1 minute. You're using specialized equipment that lets you work smarter, not harder. But when a custom part breaks, you can't outsmart that. You need Markin Machining.
I think they'll win that one.
Spruce Kings win the draw. Karenin carries up the left wing, tied up in the near corner by the Bandits Scanlon. The puck frozen on the boards. This game has 1 goal to its credit. It was Ben Poisson scoring 59 seconds in. The Bandits trying to get their first of the series as LeMay carries up the left wing. Scanlon going to the net. He was tied up though by the Spruce Kings. Puck behind the PG net for Randy Hernandez. Has it on the goal line. Trying to throw it at the net where LeMay was, but picking it off, Dustin Manns, Lake Superior State commit for the Spruce Kings. He'll move in. Toe save, Charleston on the man shot from the high slot. Charleston can't cover. Where's the puck? The Spruce Kings will throw it right back at Charleston. Finally, he's able to cover it as he was out of position that time, but fortunately, it comes back to him and he's able to hang on with 9:11 to go here in regulation of this game where the Bandits can't afford to go down by another one here, Ken, as goals have been very hard to come by in this one.
And Manns does a nice job. He brings that puck, he picks it up right in front of his net and pushes it all the way down. So a good play by him, and he's certainly been a catalyst for this team. The 5'10", 200-pounder from Vanderbilt, Michigan, that's going to Lake Superior State.
Face off right of Charleston, and the Bandits have it. Kuhlman's far side to Boyko, who fell over, losing an edge, but got it out to center ice. Chong-Min Lee, his dumping attempt broken up by the Bandits. It's tied up on the far side. Simon Boyko right in front of the PG bench. Says hello to the Spruce Kings, who sent it back into the Brooks zone. Corson Kuhlman's back to collect it. Kuhlmans will pass it to himself off the back of his own net. Play it out to center up the left wing for Campbell. Nifty play. Here comes Simon Boyko. A no-look pass off the boards by Jake Lee. Calling for it, Nick Hale at the right circle. Pass a little hot though from Boyko. Now behind the Prince George net for Jake Lee. All three forwards for Brooks behind the goal line. It rolls just past Simon Boyko. He pokes it back left point for Luke Bast. He shoots it wide left on the tip. Comes near side, and the Spruce Kings can't clear. It's held by Boyko on the near boards. Boyko will throw it cross ice for Vachon. He leaves behind the Prince George net for Ryan Massey. With just over 8 minutes to play in regulation. Massey moves out and shoots. Karenin is there to block it for Prince George, and then Bast is forced back to neutral. Luke Bast, the Red Deer native, knocks it ahead. Ahak has to get back to it. Massey there on the forecheck, ties it up in the near corner of Leighton Ahak, the Ohio State commit, who will leave it up near side for Welsh. Welsh goes one-on-one with DeSico. Good work by number 37 to knock it away with the stick. But Van Roboys will take it deep for Prince George in the near corner. Van Roboys is tied up by Vachon. Had a great chance in the second period, ringing one off the crossbar on a 2-on-1. Bast trying to move it ahead for DeSico, but Cunningham takes the puck away. He'll shoot it into the near corner for Van Roboys. Trying to freeze it up on the boards. 7:20 left in the third. PG trying to kill as much clock as they can down in the Bandit zone where the puck still frozen on the boards. Referees hollering at the players to keep playing. Welsh shoots. Blocker save Charleston. That came from the top of the left circle. Van Roboys down on his knees trying to get back to the point. Christie takes the puck away. Bass behind his own goal line will leave for Jordan DeSico. The Bandit defenseman has it with under 7 to go in the third. Off Van Roboys' stick. Played though by the Bandits' Bast in his own end. Out to neutral, intercepted by Coyle. He'll step into the Bandits' end. Coyle shoots, he scores! Max Coyle, the Alabama Huntsville commit, shoots it from the high slot, a low wrister that beats Charleston glove side on the forehand by Coyle. And his first of the series, a big one here, Ken Fleury, 2-0 for the Spruce Kings.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a screen or it ends up catching a piece of loose Bass, but that's a tough one because Bass throws that in the neutral where no Bandit is, and it comes back the other way, ends up in the back of the net.
Fourth of the playoffs for Max Coyle. Doubles the Spruce Kings lead to 2-0 with 6.5 minutes to play here in regulation. And off the face-off, the Bandits are going to ice the puck. So despite out shooting the Spruce Kings right now, 24-20, now trailing by 2. And Ken, if you're Brooks, any sort of adjustments you have to make here in the final 6.5?
Oh, absolutely. You have to. What's difference with 2 now, whether you go to 2 or 4? You got to open it up. You got to stretch it out. We'll see if the Bandits can do that. But the 2 big mistakes they made in this hockey game have both ended up in the back of their net.
Here's the call.
Unassisted. The time of the goal, 13 minutes, 18 seconds. Spruce Kings, Coyle, unassisted at 13.
Battle for the puck in the near corner of the PG end. Tice there with Ahak. Tice knocks it out to the goal line, trying to stuff it in is Mac Hancock, but it's covered by the goaltender Logan Neaton with 6:10 on the clock here in the third period. Of course, Leighton Ahak had a chance to watch him earlier January in Okotoks, was the CJHL Prospects game. Ahak was there representing the Spruce Kings, so he's been to Alberta already here in 2019. And now he and the Spruce Kings with a chance to take a 1-0 lead in the series if they can hang on with this 2-0 lead. But you have to expect a lot of pressure coming from this Bandit offense.
Yeah, you know, you have to. It's a bad mistake that ends up costing them the second goal, and that's been the difference. You know, that mistake, both goals were turnover mistakes that you just can't make against a team like this, and they've been able to lock it down. So there's still a ton of time left, 6:10 left. If the Bandits can get one here and maybe find some traction, who knows?
Spruce Kings come up with it in their own end. Anhorn playing keep away ahead to Chung Min Lee. Gets it out to neutral for Ben Poisson. He's got a goal tonight. He'll move it ahead. Nick Hale, though, cuts him off. Brooks recovers the puck in their own end. Simon Gravel in neutral has it for the Bandits. Back to his defenseman, Nick Hale. Near side for Koolmans. Good move around Nicholas Poisson. Koolman skates into the right circle. Still has the puck. Lost it, though, after falling over. Got it back behind the net for Randy Hernandez. Moves out in front. A quick shot. Logan Neaton makes the save and will hang on for a whistle and a face-off coming up in the PG end. Of course, game 2 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here at the CRA in Brooks. You can book your seat now just by going to tickets.brooksbandits.ca.
And there's a lot of game left here and a lot of series left in this, you know. With the format, if the Bandits happen to drop this one and pick up the next one and it goes to a game 3 here, you could certainly leave in a favorable position, but this one here has been the Spruce Kings in control.
Off the face-off, Van Roboys ties up the puck on the end boards. And the Spruce Kings have it in their own end. Ahak can't clear. Kuhlmans holds. Near side for Jake Lee. He's tied up by Van Roboys. Lucas Van Roboys was traded from Cowichan. Led the Spruce Kings in penalty minutes in the regular season. He was tied up, lost it. Kuhlmans gets it back. Backhand shot, toe save by Logan Neaton. Recovered by Jake Lee. Tries to swing it over to the right circle to an open Simon Boyko, but Cunningham is able to take it out the other way on the interception. Gets it into the near corner. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. 2-0 for Prince George here in game one. Right point held by Coyle. He'll shoot. It's blocked by his own player, Cunningham. Back to Coyle. He'll shoot, and it's tipped wide left. Heavy traffic in front of Charleston's net. Left circle now for Welsh. It's poked away by Campbell. Nolan Welsh, the Whistler, BC native, swings it out right point for Coyle. He'll throw it at the net. Stick save Charleston. Comes near side for Jordan DeSico. DeSico will backhand it ahead to Jake Lee. Centering feed for Tyler Campbell. Lee will head off for a change. Campbell will get it deep. Coyle, the end boards for Simon Boyko, but he takes the puck away from Boyko. Near side for Cunningham. Cunningham will tie it up on the boards. Knocked loose. Prince George has it. Corey Cunningham out to center ice for Dustin Mans. He'll skate it into the Bandit zone, firing it on net. Pierce Charleston swallows it up and will hang on for a whistle. And a conversation afterwards between Andrew Lucas and Causey is broken up by the linesman. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third period, and the Bandits still looking for their first goal of the series.
Yeah, looking, and they got to find a way to get one here. Someone's going to have to step up and do something, because if they don't get one, and you got to be within. If you're trailing by one, any time's possible. If you're trailing by two, you get inside a minute, it's pretty tough. So the clock becoming the enemy of the Bandits here.
Mac Hancock on the draw. He tied up with Mans. Able to muscle it to Vachon on the outside of the circle. Plays back to Scanlon, who moves it quickly ahead up to Hancock, who can't hang on to the puck. Lifts it into the PG zone. Causey gets it and then shoots it back into the Bandit zone. Brandon Scanlon, the first one back. He'll leave for Andrew Lucas. Lucas will skate to neutral with it before lifting into the Spruce King end. Boken, first defenseman back for the Spruce Kings. He's also wearing the full bubble mask tonight, as is Ryan Maschie. Bast in the far corner. Maschie on the ice, covering the right point. Andrew Lucas didn't realize the puck coming back to him at the left point. He'll head off for a change. Nick Hale sends it near sides for Maschie's. Knocked off the puck, though, by Ben Brar. And Spruce Kings will ice it. A stretch pass intended for number 11, Patrick Causey, misses. So with 3:12 to go in the third period, not over yet here in game one of the Doyle Cup, with an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Bandits. But 3:12 on the clock, Ken. We'll keep our eye on Pierce Charleston and when Ryan Papuano elects to put the extra attacker on.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout here.
And it's the Spruce Kings who take it, I believe.
Yeah, a tired group, you don't want to give that up after that icing, so they'll take their time out and try and get this group rested.
Quick look at the Cal Tire out-of-town scoreboard. The Battleford's North Stars and Portage Terriers in the Anavet Cup Game 1. It was tied 2-2. The North Stars scoring in the final minute of regulation. They end up winning Game 1. So North Stars take a 1-0 lead in the best-of-7 series with Portage.
And was that in Saskatchewan?
No, it was in Portage.
It was in Portage, so yeah, it's looks like both the road teams doing pretty good here in these Western Finals tonight, but still a ton of time left. And if you're the Bandits, it'll be interesting to see. I don't think you see Pierce Charleston right away, but you might see him. I'm going to guess around 2:30. If they get good puck possession, they can rotate him out.
Adam Maglio, the head coach of the Spruce Kings, calls that timeout. His assistant coach is Alex Even. Bandits win the draw. Kuhlmans has it right point. Left circle for Hernandez. Randy Hernandez has the puck, but he's covered well by Boken. He'll leave in the near corner for Simon Gravel. Under 3 minutes to go in regulation. LeMay leaves in the near corner for Gravel. Mans knocks him off the puck. Gravel got it back. He'll put it in front for Kuhlmans, the one-timer, blocked by a Spruce Kings stick. Hernandez will chop it into the near corner. Mans back to retrieve it for Prince George. He'll lift it out, playable for Bast at his own blue line for Corson Kuhlmans. Kuhlmans leaves on the blue line for Hernandez. Passes back to Luke Bast. 9 points in the playoffs for Bast. Ahead to Kuhlmans. He shoots on net from the right circle. A stick save from Logan Neaton. Puck stays in the PG end. Christie, a shot tipped wide right. Or I think it missed cleanly as he can't chase it down in the near corner, and PG will lift it out to the Bandits' blue line. 2:15 on the clock. Pierce Charleston stays in his net. Bandits trailing 2-0 here in game one. Ryan Massey will bring it up the left wing, but Coyle, he's tied up on the boards with the puck. Pierce Charleston races to the bench. Simon Boyko is the extra attacker on. 6-on-5 attack here for Brooks with the empty net. Under 2 minutes to go. They need 2 goals to tie. The puck frozen on the boards. The referee, is he going to blow the whistle? Yes, he will. That frozen puck. And we will have a face-off coming up in the PG end. And you have to wonder if Ryan Papuano's thinking about a timeout here, Ken, to draw something up. But mind you, he just had that PG timeout to talk about this.
Hard to say. We'll see. It doesn't look like he's. Oh yeah. I think he's going to get the timeout here and come up with a play.
With 1:50 on the clock, Pierce Charleston will stay on the bench with the offensive zone face-off coming up for Brooks, who trail 2-0 here in game one.
Story of this game: great defensive play by the Spruce Kings, especially in front of their net. Not giving up really anything for second chance opportunities, and probably the only 2 Bandit mistakes of this hockey game end up in the back of their net. In a close game like this, you know, that Vachon play, it's a great shot, and it goes post crossbar. If that goes in and it's a 1-1 hockey game, maybe it's a whole different deal. But that's how close hockey games work and when two good teams play. So capitalizing on your breaks is real important, and we'll see with 1:50 left if the Bandits can find a way. You know, if they can get one here with any kind of time left, they'll still have a chance in this hockey game.
So Ryan Papuano uses his timeout. And the forwards for Brooks will be Vachon, Christie, LeMay, Hancock, Scanlon, and Lucas at the blue line. An empty net. 6-on-5 attack here for Brooks. Crowd here at the CRA trying to will this team to their first goal of the night. Vachon will take the draw to the right of Neaton with 1:50 left in the third. Mans wins the draw for Prince George, but the Bandits get it back on the far half wall. Ray Christie, stick handling shot, save Neaton. And it comes back right point for Brandon Scanlon. Near side for William LeMay, right circle, wrist shot, saved by Logan Neaton, who will hang on for a whistle with 1:35 now, but a good start out of the timeout for the Bandits with those shots from the point.
Getting puck possession, but just no one in front of the goaltender. That puck comes through. The Christie one is good because Hancock's there in front, but just it can't get through, and the Spruce Kings continue to defend, and the Bandits just continue not to find a way to score in this hockey game.
New forwards out there for Brooks, Lee and Gravel with Vachon and LeMay. One back to Scanlon. Left point, Lucas, right circle, Vachon, one-timer, he fans on it. Left point for Lucas. Minute 25, he shoots right on net. Logan Neaton able to make the save and hang on for a whistle. But Arno Vachon, a great chance there, but only got half the stick on it.
And that's been the difference here for the Bandits tonight. A couple good one-timer opportunities. Guys couldn't get the wood on, and just hasn't been their night as far as execution on the offensive side of the puck.
Vachon to take the draw against Dustin Mans, who wins it again for PG. This time, Karanen's able to clear it up the left wing. No icing. Welsh, the first forward there, it's poked away by Scanlon. Net is empty for Brooks. Scanlon trying to play keep away here. PG gets the puck back, shoots it from the right circle. It misses with about 1 minute left here in regulation. Up the right wing for Scanlon. He touches. No, says the linesman. That's icing against the Bandits. Pierce Charleston has to collect his things on the Bandit bench and head to the net because a faceoff's coming up in his zone with under a minute to play.
A great job of execution here by the Spruce Kings in this hockey game. And the Bandits play okay, but don't execute real well here, and not looking good for them with 57.3 left and a defensive zone faceoff.
Brooks out shooting PG 13-6 in this period. But trailing by 2, they win the faceoff out to center ice. Ahak, though, will shoot it right back into the Bandit end. Charleston to leave for Andrew Lucas. Charleston waits for the Bandits to get it deep. He will race to the bench nonetheless with the puck in the neutral zone. Extra attacker on for Brooks. Lucas will swat it into the PG end with 40 seconds to play. Gravel the first forward there in the near corner. Anhorn lost an edge, falling over, back on his feet, puck tied up on the boards. Where a lot of the play has been along those boards. They'll throw it in front of the net for Vachon. He misses wide left, right in the paint. That was the Bandits' chance there with 20 seconds to go. The Saints will send it down the ice. Icing called against Prince George with 17.5 seconds on the clock. Arno Vachon again with a great opportunity, but just sails it wide left on the tap in.
In a 2-goal lead, you don't mind that icing. 1-goal lead, you try not to take it, but when you got that 2-goal lead, you don't mind that. And Vachon wheels around, just runs out of real estate.
Hancock to take the draw with Plessis, Gravel, Lee. And he wins it to Gravel, who will redirect it off the faceoff on net, and Neaton will hang on for the whistle. It's just the second Doyle Cup the Bandits have ever played in. Got to go back to 2012 versus Penticton the other time, because from 2013 to 2017 we had the Western Canada Cup. Bandits had 3 appearances in that.
Yeah, and in the Doyle Cup they lost to a Penticton team that was the #1 ranked in the country in 5 games.
Hancock tied up on the draw with 10 seconds to go. A shot from Lee from the left circle. Glove save from Logan Neaton, and he gets a cheer from the Spruce Kings bench. A great game here by the Spruce Kings goaltender. With 10 seconds to go, he makes a nice glove save.
Yeah, he's been just great tonight, and his team's been real good in front of it. And an absolute defensive gen by this Prince George Spruce Kings team.
Hancock on the draw again, but the Bandits are running out of time here. Lee has it in the left circle, 5 seconds to go. Prince George is going to take game 1. As it's blocked in front, Plessis will get a shot off at the buzzer, but Causey able to block it. Ben Brar will pick up the puck for his goaltender, Logan Neaton, who pitches a 22-save shutout for Prince George. 2-0 the final here in Game 1 of the 2019 Doyle Cup in favor of the Prince George Spruce Kings. They become the first team to shut out the Bandits this season.
You know, what a game for them. I just thought defensively they were so good. Their goaltending's good, and you know, that's kind of the book on them. They feel they can lock it down, and if they play good defensively, they don't have to score a bunch of goals, and they didn't do that tonight, only scoring the 2. And the Bandits have to make some changes. A couple real bad mistakes end up in the back of their net, and we'll have to find a different way to play against this hockey club. But it's only one game and it's a long series, so we'll see how things go.
Coming up is our post-game show brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. We'll have your 3 stars and a recap of this low-scoring affair. The Prince George Spruce Kings winners tonight, 2-0 over Brooks in Game 1 of the Doyle Cup. You're listening to Martin Chrysler Brooks Bandits Playoff Hockey on Real Country 105.7.
When you think back...
All right, I got you off for 2:15.
And no, you're going to remember where you celebrated and who was there. Montana's is all things barbecue to all people. Whether you're in the mood for Southern-style in-house smoked ribs and pulled pork, or looking for some Canadian barbecue flavor in burgers, steaks, and sandwiches, Montana's has the perfect atmosphere to bring the family or meet up with friends. Fire up the good times at Montana's Barbecue and Bar, smoking good barbecue. Sponsoring the Brooks Bandits broadcasts, you make us proud.
The Brooks Bandits' exciting playoff run continues, as now they take on the Prince George Spruce Kings in the Doyle Cup. This week's playoff specials at the South Country Co-op Liquor Store include Coors Light and Canadian 24 cans for $37.99. Tickets for the National Junior Hockey Championship are scarce, but you can enter at the store to win some. For a great selection of wine, spirits, and beer, stop into the South Country Co-op Liquor Store.